Here's what we can do. You are Facebook, right?
Should be. Look over here. We are live, so. Alrighty. Let a couple people come on here, and we'll get started.
Shouldn't that pop up in there? There it is.
All right.
Now we'll know. All we got to do is look over at it.
All right. Well, we're finally here, folks.
Finally.
We've been here for a while. This is Drew Miller and George Allen hanging out at the Little Kanawha Riverfest. Boy, it has been one heck of a deal here today to get us online on Facebook and on YouTube on our streaming coverage of all of our live remotes. We're so happy, though, to be here. I want to thank our special dude over there for getting us on. We had no internet. We had no Wi-Fi.
Right.
We had no connectivity. We finally found out that George's phone might work a little bit. And at that point, we brought a Verizon hotspot in for us. And so I hope and pray that we will stay live here at Little Kanawha Riverfest. What is it and where is it? Well, we're at Sportsman's Park, right along the road here on 14 in Elizabeth, West Virginia. If you look to the right as you're going towards Parkersburg, folks, it's that huge park, and it goes from one side of the straight stretch all the way to the other. And we're here for the 4th annual Little Kanawha Riverfest. And behind us, we'll show here in a little bit, is kind of the crux of why this whole thing is going on.
Exactly.
We're just in front of the Little Kanawha River, and there's some really neat things that are going on down there right now, but there's some really fun things that are going on there here in a little bit.
Exactly. They'll have the race that starts down here at the landing. They go all the way up to the Route 5 bridge, turn around, and come back. And that's the big race.
Yeah.
And then they've got the obstacle course that's set up out here.
Well, they got a lot of stuff going on here, which is so neat. And I tell you what, while I've got a second, I think I've got a 360 view here, George. I hope so. In front of us right here, you see all of the craft vendors that are lined up, and you can see them all the way down far off in the distance there. Those are all the craft vendors up in front of the walking trail. If you look all the way down in the distance, I hope you can kind of see it down there. That is the main stage. That's where they had the Queen's Coronation pageant earlier this morning. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to maybe the Queens or some of them that went through. And if we swing around here, don't worry about George's big head there.
Yeah.
If you swing around behind us, you see a couple floaties out there in the river. That's where a lot of people are hanging out. What a day to hang out on the Little Kanawha River, by the way, as well, because it is a gorgeous day. Now, George, you've been watching the weather, and you know what's coming.
Yeah.
But it has kind of avoided us here in Elizabeth today. It is a little warm, but I tell you, there's still a breeze blowing, and the humidity has not kicked up big time just yet, and we hope it stays away.
4 years ago, when we did this, we got down here. It was 98 degrees, brutal, and I mean brutal. Amy and I were sitting here, and it was just, sweat pouring off of us. And Steven Suttles from the fire department and the Work County EMS across the street went and got us a tent because ours had gotten totaled at a remote that we did
just a few weeks before that in Calhoun County.
Exactly. And it got totaled by the wind. And they went and got us a tent and set it up. And it was okay. I mean, we had towels laying over top of the equipment to keep it on the air and everything else.
Well, I was a little worried about that today. I brought a cooler of ice and
Right.
even a fan
Right.
to push some cool air. But I tell you what, right now we don't need it. It is a glorious day here in Elizabeth, West Virginia. A lot of people walking around enjoying the crafts. A lot of people behind us enjoying the river.
Yeah.
And that's a good time for them. Let's talk about what is going on already so far today. It's a one-day event. That's what
Yeah.
Riverfest is. It's a one-day event. So
Well,
they
they're
get
talking
here.
about making it bigger. I
Well,
mean,
they may.
you know,
They get it started first thing in the morning,
Exactly.
though. The vendors got set up, started at 6 a.m., bright and early before the sun even came up, and then they had to register. And right away, they had the pageant registration at 8:30 in the morning. The opening ceremonies for this day-long event happened at 9 a.m. They did the Pledge of Allegiance and
You'll
had
get
a
it out.
prayer. I'll get it out eventually.
Yeah.
And then at 10 a.m., they had the children's pageant first. And then at noon, they opened the carnival, and you can see off in the distance, you can see some bouncy house stuff like that, and there's some carnival stuff going on over there.
Hey, they got a train going around
I
here,
see-
dude.
you know,
I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an age or weight limit on it, George, but
Well,
if there
if
isn't, we
there's a
could
weight
test it.
limit, you know, the fat man's out of
We-
he's just
We could
out of
test
luck.
it. We could test it.
Right.
We'll see what it is. See what the shocks are like on that on that long train. So they did all of that already before noon, and again, the carnival opened at noon. And then with the kayak races, they had the registration for that, and they're registering the big event as well at noon. So we were supposed to be on the air at noon, but we're on just a little bit late due to our issues. So I assume they've already registered the ATF BAB race. Do you know what ATF BAB means?
Go ahead.
Anything that floats but a boat.
That's it.
Anything that floats but a boat. The ATFBAB race. What that means is people are responsible for building their own craft that will float, and they're going to do a race for that at the end of the day today. It's at 4 p.m. That's the main. I tried to come up with an anagram for it. I couldn't get it out. Atfababa. So it's just the ATFBAB
What you
race.
said. Here comes the man,
The woman, the myth, the legend.
Exactly.
We've got the mayor of Elizabeth here coming through, and that is Bobby Jo Moore. And so while she heads this way, we got the Queens Kayak Race coming up at 2 p.m. The Kayak River Race coming up here in just about 10 minutes. And then at 2 o'clock, they'll do the Queens Kayak Race. I assume that's all the Queens contestants that are involved in that. And then at 4 p.m.,
Sign-ups for the kayak
Oh.
race is up in the boat ramp. We're getting ready to start the river event.
there we go. Bobby Jo Moore wanted to make the announcement that they are getting ready for the Kayak River Race. Then the Queens Kayak Race at 2:30, the Kayak Obstacle Course Race, and then the big ATF-BAB race coming up, and then they'll close things out
You lost
at
your
5
title.
p.m.
You are no longer the boss man.
Oh,
We got
absolutely.
the boss woman.
When
with
we're
us.
when we're in Elizabeth, we know who the boss is, and that's Bobby Moore with us. Bobby, again, thank you, and again, thank you to our man over there. What's his name again?
That would be Casey.
Casey, because he drove all the way home to get us on the air.
He's awesome.
He is very awesome. He gave us enough service that we can stay on here finally. And we were only 40 minutes late. Only
That's
40
all right.
minutes. Could
That's
be
all right.
worse. So we got a full day of events here today. You never can plan for the weather. Boy, did you guys get a good one today, though.
We have got the perfect weather. There's a nice breeze. I haven't heard about what the water temperature is yet, but I hear our county commissioner, Nikki Garrett, can tell us they dumped her in the water already.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they've already dumped her in this morning.
Oh
so.
boy.
But yeah, it's a great day. We've got about 30 vendors today. We had a few that didn't show up. We've got a petting zoo. We've got a camel. I got a kiss this morning from a camel.
Oh boy.
I bet none of you've had a kiss from a camel.
I hear they do two things. They either kiss or spit.
Well, they kissed the mayor this morning. We've got Thompson Entertainment here with the train and the bouncy houses. We've got a mobile arcade. We've got any kind of dessert you would want on the place.
Yeah, I've seen like 3 or 4 different dessert choices that I'm going to have to choose from here.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome. I mean, there's desserts everywhere. What else can you want? The Work County Fair Board is here set up, and they've got chocolate dipped strawberries.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They are phenomenal.
That may be the first thing I do.
Yeah,
With
there you go.
strawberries, that's good for you, right?
Yeah, and a chocolate, it's a dark chocolate. Whether they say it's milk
Good
or
for your
not.
heart,
Well,
right?
There you go.
If it's dark, that's good for you.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
Let me
So,
ask you one thing real quick. Is there a weight and age limit on the train?
I don't know. I put my butt on there. So
Okay. Well, I'm like 2 of you, so
Well,
it might not work.
yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll see.
Hey,
I'll see
yeah.
later if I get a
Yeah.
little bit squirrely.
Hey, I want to thank you guys. I had a guy come through here a little bit ago, all dressed in black and a cowboy hat. Cowboy Richard, the mayor from Reedy, was here, and I got to meet him. Fabulous guy. Absolutely loving it.
Well, he's here to have fun and also here as a representative for Reedy, the town of Reedy, because we've got that big event coming up here in just 2 weeks.
Yeah, he told
Oh,
me
man.
27th, 28th, and 29th.
Yeah, the 27th, 28th, 29th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, just a stone's throw from here in
Oh,
Elizabeth
we're going
over
to be
in
there.
Reedy. Oh,
We are going to be there.
there's going to be local musicians on Thursday evening, local musicians on Friday evening, and then the full day of bands on Saturday. They've got all the stuff. They got crafters, they got vendors. In fact, he's trying to get some crafters from here.
I know. He's been going around recruiting, and he's gave me some pointers on some things for next year that he's done over there. Fantastic guy. We've worked with him a little bit after the flood.
Yes.
My guys went up, and
Let me tell
He's
you
been great.
something. We did a live remote up there for Cowboy when that happened. And hats off to you, Mayor. Thank you so much. They were devastated. They had a building, their community building was completely flooded. It had about 2.5 foot of water in it.
right.
And you sent cleaning supplies up. They loved that.
I'm the believer that we all have to work together.
Yeah.
And if we don't work together, community to community, neighbor to neighbor, nothing's going to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When we started the Riverfest 4 years ago, we had, I don't know, 8 or 10 vendors. We had 6 people on the kayak race. We didn't have the obstacles. We didn't have a pageant.
Right?
So we're growing.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are growing. Then we had the 1 year that we had lost a member of the community, a young boy, so that kind of put a damper on things. But things have they're growing at leaps and bounds.
That was year 2.
Yes. And then, like I said, then this year, our wonderful pageant director, Jessica Schaefer, she has now got us registered with the state of West Virginia for fairs and festivals. So not this year's queen, unfortunately, but our next year's queen, 2025 queen, will compete at West Virginia State's fairs and festivals
Beautiful.
in January
Fantastic.
in 26. Yeah.
Speaking of royalty, before we even got on the air, you know who walked over here and saw us again? The Work County Fair Queen, Allie Nikolai.
Oh, there you go.
And immediately I said, you're coming on. She took off in a flash because we get her every time we're over here. We make sure to find her and put her on the air, whether she's prepared or not. Hopefully she's still around because she knows I will eye her and we'll get her over here. That's another thing coming up here in Work County in just a couple of months, the
Yes.
Work County Fair. And I tell you what, we were so happy to be involved in that last year. It was something that we had hoped to get involved in, and we did, and it was so much success and so much fun that we're back again this year with you guys for the 4-day event.
Right.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I called
It's
I
that
called
first.
Debbie,
Oh, Debbie,
and when I called her, I said, Debbie, we are still doing the fair. You do have us booked, right?
Yeah. Hey, that's why I keep telling several people, just put us on the book year after year, and you guys have done great.
Yeah.
I got to give kudos to you guys. You have brought so much stuff to us, the fishing derby. Now, did you come down for the Easter egg hunt?
Did not get
We
the
did
Easter
not
egg hunt.
make it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We've got a young girl that is putting together the Easter egg hunt, and she had close to 40,000 eggs this year.
Whoa.
Wow.
And she works all year getting donations and stuff for that. And like I said, she had close to 40,000 eggs. 40,000 Easter eggs.
Where did she
Who would have had all that? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was hilarious because she goes as far as dividing out the sections, but it just looked like a rainbow going across the park here. I mean, it was awesome. It was fantastic.
So what do we got coming up here next? I know you were on the big microphone, and you said something about the kayak races.
Right. So they will first do a kayak race, and I don't know how far they're going to do it. We've brought everything down in front of the park this year so everybody can see it. We used to send them up to the bridge and back.
Oh, okay.
So now they're going to come down. I think they're going to go down maybe around the curve and back so you can see most of those.
So I lied.
Oh, it's all right.
No, it's all right. And then they'll do the kayak obstacle, and it's around the little floating shark and all that's in the river. And then the highlight will be anything that floats but a boat.
Yes.
And then
And our last year's royalty has made an entry for this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
and then maybe we can get the mayor and the county commissioner to race again. That
we did. Was that
fun.
last year?
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah.
No, was it last year? No, it was year 4 because
Year before.
I had.
That's right. You
I had
had your shoulder surgery
last year.
last year.
Oh.
Yep.
You were on the injured reserve at that
Oh
point.
yeah. It was a rough day last year.
Well, do we have? So I was looking through the pages of this, and I was looking at the website that you guys have for Little Kanawha Riverfest. I was looking at last year's royalty. Do we have a name for this year's royalty? Do we have queens and?
We do. We have all of that. You know what? I'm going to let them introduce themselves. They will come up and
Beautiful.
talk with you here just a little bit. They are actually trying to go around to each booth today. Jessica really puts these girls. They do a lot of community involvement, and she makes sure that they're all out doing that.
Wonderful.
So she's got each one of them going over and doing a little bit of a live thing at each vendor, introducing themselves
Cool.
and doing the whole thing. So I'll make sure they get up here to see you.
Awesome.
But yeah, we've got music in the park this year that we didn't have last year. It'll be the end of this month also. I'll bring you over a flyer for that.
Yeah,
But-
we need to get that on the board so we can
Absolutely.
carnival bark it for you.
Yeah.
And they set it up down here at the stage, and there was probably 200 people here at the last one.
All right.
Wow.
And she had food trucks to come in and set up. It was fantastic.
It's always something to do here in Elizabeth. I love the way, and we talk to you all the time when we're over here. There's just more and more things happening in this little small community, and there's more and more people getting involved each time we're at these things. You see more local vendors. You see more people coming out to the event, and that's
Right.
huge because without anybody showing up, it doesn't work.
No, you're right. And there again, it's everybody working together.
Yeah.
And
And
it's great.
but
We got to talking this morning. So we have a break, kinda, the month of February. But then in March we go right into the season. We've got depending on when Easter falls.
Yep.
But you go into Easter, you go into Mother's Day, you go into Memorial Day, you go into the music in the park. I said the Easter egg hunt. The town has townwide yard sale. We come into Riverfest. We go right into 4th of July for the fire department, the firecracker. August is the Work County Fair. We have a little bit of a break in September. We're trying to fill that one in.
and then
you
you got
go right in Pioneer
Pioneer
Days
Days.
in October.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're into the holidays, November, December. So right now we have 2 months that we don't really do anything, but that is coming to a close also. We're going to put something in September.
But Drew, you were talking, how every time we come down here, we find something new to do
Yeah.
down here. And it all starts at the top. The leadership that this county has gotten, not only countywide, but citywide,
Yes.
is just phenomenal. I mean, everybody's working together.
We are.
And they're trying to build this county into a welcome center, if you will, for everybody to come into this area.
Right. And we don't try to take away from anything.
No.
And we try to spread them out. Hey, go to the Wood Festival in Calhoun County.
Yeah.
Go to the Black Walnut Festival at Spencer. Go down to the Cedar Lakes. There's always stuff. There's stuff all the way around us.
And at any of those events that she's mentioning, you look up and you'll see the pink coming.
Just about every time.
I barely got her for the Derby days because she was the Trout Derby. She was very, very busy.
Oh, man.
I got a chance to talk with Rain a little bit though, and I mentioned in that situation, I said, you guys are well located when it comes to centralization. You talked about Calhoun County. That's a stone's throw away,
Right.
just off the 5. You're about 25, 30 minutes from Spencer, from Roane County. You're about 25, 30 minutes from Parkersburg.
Yeah.
And the people that go on the interstate there. This is a place that has opportunities, and it's opportunities for outdoor stuff. And you guys have taken full advantage of your location, of the beauty of the scenery behind it, and your ability to have things like trout the Trout Derby and other stuff.
Right. We're already scheduled up for the Trout Derby for next year. We've already got sponsors coming in for that. I mean, it's all working together. And you're right. We all do work together. And we've got a new sheriff coming in January. He's already on board to start helping with stuff too. I mean, it's great. So do you want to see the cutest kid in the place? This is my great-grandson right there. That is Brantley. Brantley, say hi.
Oh, he has got a face full of chocolate right now.
He's one of my favorite people. But my family's coming around, so I see Cowboy Richard right there behind you. So I'll be back around here after a bit.
Awesome, Bobby. Thank you so much.
Over. Make sure you stick around for the stuff for us today.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm hoping to get the camera zoomed in on that ATF BAB race.
That's right. Anything that floats but a boat. So.
That is the Elizabeth Bear, and one of our good friends now at this point.
Exactly.
She's becoming a pro on the air as well.
You know, let's go from one mayor to another.
Yeah, we've got mayors everywhere, all over the place here. I tell you what, it's going to be odd to see without that hat on there, Cowboy. But
man, turn the light on.
We call him Cowboy. That's just what everybody calls him, and he is the mayor of Reedy, Richard Martin. There you go. You got to hit it on there on the top. So, Cowboy, I hope you don't mind if we just call you that. I mean, I think you're used to it at this point. Let's talk about this big thing you got going on here in 2 weeks. This has been a long, long process to get this Reedy Country Music Festival going. Number one, you got the musicians signed in. Number two, you got some vendors, some food vendors and this and that. But you need, in that little town of Reedy, a lot of volunteers to help you out. Now, I know you've been very, very busy getting it going, but how are you feeling with 2 weeks left before this event?
Well, I'm going to blame that on George.
As would I.
Just like you would. You know, it's George's fault. He started all this.
We have a saying at the station, Cowboy, and we always say, what happened? George happened. That's what happened.
Exactly right. No, I'm stressed, but, you know, everything's coming together. Everything looks good. I come up and met with Bobby this morning, and I went around to some of her vendors. She told me to pick up some arts and crafts. Well, I'm here to tell you, they stepped up to the plate.
Yep.
I think I picked up probably 10 arts and crafts vendors.
Fantastic.
Already today that's going to come down there. I did talk to the Wirt County pageant girls. They'll be down there. I've just been making my rounds. A lot of the vendors she has here is already signed up for down there.
Yeah.
My deal is the carnival's already started coming in. They started bringing rides in already. I'm just putting it together.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I'm just excited. It'll be the first big thing for Reedy in a long time. And I think everybody else is excited about it.
Well, I think trying to capitalize off of, number one, just the one little thing that has been kind of a steady influence there has been the mud bogs, the Reedy mud bogs.
Right.
That's drawn a lot of people in.
Matter of fact, boss, I haven't told you, but we're on the books for August.
September 7th.
September 7th. Reedy mud bog.
He never tells me anything.
Well, I just told him yesterday.
Yeah. He's like, hey, we're signed up for this. I'm like, hey, I'm not here for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
so some of these things I won't be allowed to be here. But I tell you, capitalizing off of that success. And, again, you never know when you're doing something this big. You just never can tell the first year.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get through that first year and figure out what worked, what may not have worked, what you want to, and hopefully the people come. Now, one thing that is good about this event is the local musicians on Thursday and Friday evenings will offer people who know these people an opportunity to come in. But when you talk about the Saturday event, now there's a lot of people who don't know some of the musicians who are coming. We know them just because we deal in country music. But when you sign the Davison brothers,
yes, it's huge.
They are a huge
draw.
West Virginia draw.
Yes.
Now that changes things big time because that is a well-known, well-established West Virginia band who plays all over the state of West Virginia, and they have a massive cult following around West Virginia. Now, being in Reedy, you get a little worried, but I don't think it'll be any problem for people who love that band to come down early, just get off the exit there on 77 on the interstate. I think that's a huge draw, getting that one band that everybody really, really knows in West Virginia. And then they're going to see these other bands. They're going to see Caitlin Jewett. They're going to see Sam Grow. They're going to see Rachel Lipsky, and they're going to be like, wow.
I mean,
wow.
Sam has a huge following throughout Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, Ohio. And according to what Brad, his manager, has told me, there's been several of those folks that said that they're coming.
I hope they do.
So-
I hope we have an influx into the little town of Reedy here.
Well, I know for a fact because I know Caitlin Jewett has some people coming all the way from Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've already brought tickets online.
Cowboy, she's going to stay with us for a while,
Yeah,
too.
that's what I hear, and
She's coming in early and staying late.
And I heard she wants to be here next year.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
she's
that's
already
fantastic.
she's already thrown her hat in the ring.
I have people calling in wanting to know about campers. They want to bring campers. My deal with the campers is everything's booked for campers. If you're self-contained and want to bring a camper, I'll find a place to put you.
Yeah.
For the 3 days. I won't be able to provide electric for all of you. But, yeah, we'll work something out and get you all situated for the 3-day event.
Yeah, yeah. Well, with the location that you guys have put this, that is a pretty big open space, but pretty big open space is when you bring vendors and you bring people, they can fill up pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be hopefully kind of nice to see. I'd love to see an aerial photo of the day. Hopefully somebody can get a drone footage out there and show some pictures. I just hope that people
I'm gonna
choose to
talk-
come there.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Well-
talk to Mike Greenlee and see if
Yeah.
he'll bring his drone.
Okay.
Talk to
Now,
Mike
I do
and see
know
if he'll do that.
that Paul Burdett met with me yesterday at my office.
Yeah.
The football team will be there to help park cars.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
important.
That's very important. Now, I told Mr. Burdett or Coach Burdett just to do what he needed to do, whatever he charges, that's on him. That is for the Raiders, whatever
Yeah.
they do.
There we go.
We got signs that we're putting up. Everybody will be directed. There'll be one area that will be off limits for parking. That is Latimer Street. Nobody's going to be allowed on Latimer Street.
Okay.
That's just for vendors and folks that's working the area.
Yeah.
I'm trying to set everything up to make it easy on everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
we were talking about different things that has been happening in Reedy. The city picked up a new building
Oh, yes, we did.
right across the street from the
That's
city
right.
office.
Yes.
And that building, I don't know if you've been down there recently, is now Reedy Blue. It is Reedy Blue.
Murphville.
And then the jail got a facelift.
Really?
I just facelifted the jail yesterday,
Jeez.
the day before. I painted it and got it all cleaned up, ready for this festival.
You know, I love talking to Bobby Joe Moore and I love talking to Cowboy Martin, these two mayors, but it really depresses me personally.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, I don't do anything. I'm lazy compared.
Well, you know, I don't know if you heard, I was talking to Bobby there a little bit ago, and I told her, I said, we were doing a live remote right after the flood, and you guys got hit hard up in
Yeah.
Reedy.
Real hard.
And I was thanking her for her generous donation of cleaning supplies
Yes.
to the town of Reedy. I said, you know, you don't know how much that meant.
I can't thank them enough for bringing me a truckload of supplies.
Yeah.
Because they done that, I was able to get the community building back in operation because I had a bingo in 6 days. So I got and everybody says, you amazed me that you had bingo on Saturday and you were flooded on Monday.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's how you just got to work at it.
Yeah.
I got the office ready for Monday morning, and I had bingo set up, and I had bingo Saturday. Had a great turnout. Matter of fact, when I leave here this afternoon, I started at 6:30 this morning with a poker run, helped get it set up for Forrest Putnam, the young 14-year-old that had an accident with a four-wheeler. I had got that on the road. I left to come up here. I'm leaving here, and I'm going back tonight and setting up for bingo and having bingo tonight. So it's been a long day for old Cowboy.
It is going to be a long day. It's going to be a long few more weeks, too, as well. Well, Cowboy, we do appreciate you stopping by here. And, again, we're going to be barking it out. We're going to be giving some tickets away. Try to give some away here today while we're on the air for the Little Kanawha Riverfest. But over the next 2 weeks, I hope people tune into the radio station because
Yeah.
we have some tickets
Yes.
I
to
already
give away
gave
for the
our first
event.
set away.
Yeah, he already gave one away.
Good.
Did he ask me? No, he just said I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you know, I just handed you a big thing of tickets.
Yes, yes,
We've got tickets for sale
yes.
Yes.
right here at the
Yes.
table. Cowboy brought us tickets down to
Yeah.
sale.
And we'll sell some tickets. We'll give a couple pairs away, and then we'll continue to do that throughout the next couple of weeks. And again, folks, we're here at the Little Kanawha Riverfest, but we're very, very excited about what's to come in the town of Reedy in 2 weeks. It is the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 27th, 28th, 29th of June. It is the first ever, and hopefully first annual of many to come, Reedy Music Fest.
Right.
Reedy Country Music
Fest.
Festival. I want to make sure I get that right since we are a country
And
station.
Drew and George, I want to thank you, thank WBRC. You guys have been great. And I like partnering with you guys, what we got going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like you for many years, at least while I'm in office, that just keeps doing just like we're doing. And we'll just keep building it.
Just keep pushing and keep working as the way you work, and things are going to happen in the small town of Reedy. A lot of confidence being built back up in that tiny town. That is the mayor of Reedy, Cowboy. We just call him Cowboy. I wonder if anybody else has a mayor just called Cowboy.
Somebody said, have you talked to Richard lately? Who?
Who? Oh, who that is. You're talking about Cowboy. Yeah, we've talked to Cowboy.
Yeah.
So, don't forget, folks, here in a couple weeks, we've got the Country Music Festival in Reedy going on. But we're here at the Little Kanawha Riverfest. And, again, we are now past the 1 o'clock hour. So let's take a look at what's to come here on this single-day event. We've already had some things get started, but we wanted to highlight what's happening now. Right now, back on behind us at the river itself, Little Kanawha River, we've got the kayak river race going on. Coming up here in about 45 minutes, the Queens kayak race is going to be taking place. Right after the Queens kayak race, they've got the kayak obstacle course race going on, and then the big final event going on, which is the Anything That Floats But a Boat. It's the ATF BAB race, which is anything that floats but a boat. Let's talk about that event, by the way. So, the Anything That Floats But a Boat race coming up. Now, they have it open to ages 12 and up. So, at least going back to 2023, these were the stipulations. So, you could form a team to join the fun. You got to build your craft out of anything that will keep you and your team members floating long enough to cross the finish line. Contest rules and regulations are posted here today. It's $25 entry fee per craft. And let's see, the registration and safety inspection takes place between noon and 3:30 p.m. today. The craft must be ready to go in the water by 4 p.m. And again, crafts that have minors, minimum age is 12. So you got to have a parent involved in that as well. So here is what we're talking about. You can't just have a boat.
Did you hear the mayor say that the Queens,
Yes.
the whole group, has built
They've built one
of those whatever?
So here are the acceptable building materials for the Anything That Floats But a Boat race. You can use cardboard, although cardboard and water
don't mix. It's kind of like oil and vinegar.
Maybe that's just for the
oil and water.
It's probably the top part of the boat.
Yeah.
So you can use cardboard. You can use pool noodles, which is good.
Yeah.
You can use water bottles. You can use cloth, rope, and cording. You can use barrels if you would like. You can use some light framing that you can lift up and transport. So no steel pipes going into the water here today.
No PVC pipe?
Okay, so here are some stipulations that you can't use. You cannot use styrofoam whatsoever.
Okay.
No styrofoam. You cannot use any glass whatsoever.
Okay.
You cannot have any motors on it. It cannot be made entirely of inner tubes or floats. That seems pretty easy.
Right.
No fireworks in the boat.
Oh, Lord.
And no actual boats, canoes, or kayaks. So it says nothing about PVC.
Okay. PVC
So maybe you could
would
use
be
it.
great. I mean, you could make that because it would float. You put the caps on the ends, and boom, you're good.
It says these are general guidelines. There's many other materials that could be used to create and build your craft. Keep in mind, weight and strength is the goal. The craft needs to be sturdy enough to get up and down the river and be towed if necessary. I'm sure is going to happen, some of it. Okay, so here are the rules. All participants, all of them that get onto the boat or onto the craft, have to stay aboard the craft during the race from start to finish. If any crew member falls or jumps in the water, the craft is disqualified.
Ooh.
All crafts and any sections or pieces that become unattached must be removed from the river within 1 hour after finishing the race by the team. Each person must have a Coast Guard-approved personal flotation device, a PD or PFD, at all times. A life vest must be in excellent condition and must fit the size of the participant, they say. Safety first, obviously.
Right.
So this is a very exciting and fun event. It tests the limits of people's creativity.
Exactly, it does. And you will see some really fun things going on when that happens.
Well,
I'm
listen,
telling you.
I'm looking at the pictures of previous years, and I'm looking at some of the crafts that are, some of them are submerged in water already, some of them are not.
Got people making a trip down.
Oh,
I don't
yeah, we
know
got
if
some
they've started a
kayakers.
race or what.
They should be starting a race. The Kayak River Race is going on right now, so that probably is the Kayak River Race that they're doing.
Okay.
And then coming up here at 2, they got the Queen's Kayak Race and then the Kayak Obstacle Course at 2:30. So that's what we've got going on. But we also here, George, have many, many vendors that we would like to highlight here. Now, of course, Bobby Joe said there's a few of these that are on this list that could not make it.
Yes.
But generally speaking, the crafters did make it down. So here are the vendors that are here, be it food vendors or craft vendors. This is the list that they had coming in. They had rhododendron ice cream, Moravi's dogs. I assume that's hot dogs.
I would say.
I might have to go get me a hot dog. I tell you, I'm starving.
I'm getting there.
Almashi Crafts, that's homemade puppets, temporary tattoos, and jewelry. They've got Terry's Treasures, which is wreaths and centerpieces. Share the Big News. What is that? That is, have you opened a new location, redesigned your shop, or added a new product or service? Let the folks know with that. I don't know if that's a website or if it's a print media source,
Right.
but they say share the big news is what they're asking. Lenny G, he has kids' toys, hats, knives, signs, and cowboy hats. Ooh, cowboy hats.
Yeah, cowboy might need a new hat.
He might need one after
Yeah.
today. That thing's looking a little rough, I will tell you that. Daniel Mouser, handmade wooden utensils for kitchen use, as well as large sizes for cooking and large pots for outdoor cooking. Hillbilly Hill Consulting, that is jewelry. The Little Stir Bakery, that is foods and sweets. H&K Creations, they offer tumblers. Those are big items. You know, you'll notice I don't have coffee here today, George.
I'm shocked.
Well, you know what
I'm
happened?
shocked.
I went down to Go-Mart before I left town up on 14.
Yeah.
And they were so packed, so busy that they ran out of coffee and didn't have time to put more in. So I am empty.
Wow.
I'm not happy about it. I'll say that.
I was shocked. You come in here and no coffee cup, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it can be 106 degrees,
doesn't matter.
and Drew's drinking coffee.
I'm cool with it. I like coffee.
Yeah.
Well, I might be a little bit running on E by 4 o'clock here today. So we've got Amazing Art, which is crochet, handmade crafts, and wearables. Kim's Uniques, 3D printed items, machine and embroidered items. The Hallow Haunts LLC, that is a digital blow-up arcade. Interesting. Very interesting. They've got Cody's Tupperware Treasure. Obviously, that's Tupperware.
Yeah.
Carol Gibbs, crochet items, towel scarves, fingerless gloves, and etc. Dolores Whipke with crocheted items. They've got Hey Allie Bakes. And I saw this, and I thought, we talking about Allie Nicolai? Does she bake too? But I don't think it's the same one. It could be.
It could be. You never know. I mean,
I think it's differently
she's
spelled.
multi-talented.
She is, and if she's still here, we're going to get her on the
Yeah,
air
we
for
will
sure.
get her here.
But that's baked goods, pepperoni rolls, and decorated cookies. We've got the Work County High School Cheer Squad, and they've got bow making. So they're making bows for hair.
I need a new one.
Yeah, that last one you got's just a little bit run down now, George.
Exactly. You know, we were talking about jewelry. We can't forget our good buddy Rain Fowler.
Absolutely.
You know, she does some unique pieces. She takes antique silverware and makes rings out of it.
Now the question is if she's listed on here or if she said, "Nah, don't list me. I'm just here."
I don't know.
We'll see. If you hear it, you let me know.
Yeah.
We got the Crochet Mama with crocheted items. Lee Z's Creations, acrylic poured paintings, glassware, coasters, magnets, and jewelry. The Work County High School Student Council is here, and they are selling friendship bracelets for $2 and $3. We've got Christie's Crafty Creations, LLC. That is tumblers again, rhinestone and epoxy glitter on those. Those are some really nice
Wow.
looking ones. Squeezable wax melts, silicone bead items such as wristlets, badge reels, keychains, pins, cups, charms, bottle openers, and other miscellaneous crafts. We got Sycamore Sweets with, whoa. Sycamore Sweets with coffee.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if it's coffee to sell or brewed coffee already.
I don't know.
I'm going to find out if they're here and where
Yeah.
they are. They got coffees, teas, smoothies, milkshakes, pepperoni rolls, cinnamon rolls, cupcakes, etc. Copland Health Systems is here. They've got a booth, hopefully, with a family craft activity and promotion of Copland services. We've got Lanham Enterprises, that's shaved ice, and that was right behind us, right?
Yeah.
The shaved ice people. Gabriella and Serenity Parsons selling specialty drinks. They've got Blessings, which is a home decor item store. We've got Toscano and Appalachia. How about that? That is olive oil and balsamic vinegar.
Oh,
Some
wow.
homemade stuff. Living Hope Ministry with some food. And a main squeeze with freshly squeezed lemonade, including flavors. And just as I mentioned, all of the vendors, we now have a lot of royalty coming in here. Let me flip this camera around. I hope nobody's shy to be on camera. If you are, don't worry about it. It'll be all right. We are joined, obviously, by the royalty here for Little Kanawha Riverfest. Let's get a couple of... Okay, who's the queen? Who's the former queen? Bring them both in. Let's get both of them in here. I'd have more headsets, but we're out of room. We only have enough headsets for a couple of you right now. We're going to get you all on, though. Okay. So we've got two sets of royalty here. We got last year's Little Kanawha Riverfest queen. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Madeline Lynch. I'm the 2023 Miss Little Kanawha Riverfest queen.
How did the year go? Very fast, probably?
Yes, it went by very, very quickly.
So what, as queen of the Little Kanawha Riverfest, were your responsibilities over the last year?
Mostly just representing, going around to other festivals or pageants and talking about our festival here and just getting to talk about how great this festival is.
Yeah, and again, we talked to Bobby Jo Moore, the mayor here in Elizabeth, and she said this is building very, very quickly, and you were part of building this this part of it as well. And we hear that not this year, not yet, but next year, the winner of this festival is going to be involved in the State Fairs and Festivals pageant.
Yes. We are sending our girl to the West Virginia Association of Fairs and Festivals in 26. So we're very
Fantastic.
excited.
That'll be fantastic.
That is
Yes.
awesome. So you had a chance to, I assume, deliver some headgear here over to this woman. Did they let you do that, or did somebody else crown her?
No, I got to crown her. We had a pageant a few weeks ago, and I was able to crown her.
Oh, man, we
so-
missed all the fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to crown the big girls. We did the children's pageant.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, speaking of the big girls, we do have our 2024 Miss Little Kanawha Riverfest. What's your name?
I'm Carly Phillips,
Carly Phillips. Okay, where do you come from, Carly?
Wirt County. I'm here from Wirt County. I live over in Newark, towards Ritchie County.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this your first pageant?
Well, I was actually the 2021 Wirt County Teen Queen, and that was my first ever one. So this was only my second pageant competing.
2 for 2.
That's it.
Sounds like Allie Nikolai.
Yeah.
One pageant,
one
win.
for one. You know?
So you're 2 for 2, Carly. So what are you going to be doing over the next year in representing this festival?
A good way I think to represent is going to be going to the different fairs, the different festivals that our state holds, and the different pageants, and just being a good role model to everyone.
Well, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a wild ride. We expect to probably see her in a couple of weeks if hopefully she can make it to the Reedy Country Music Festival.
Have
If
they
not,
talked to you about that yet?
Yeah, but I will actually be out of town at the
Oh!
Yep.
Oh,
I leave
well.
For the beach.
Well, maybe you can con the ex-queen into it.
Oh,
I will probably go.
all right. Good. We'll take any representation
Exactly.
we can from the Little Kanawha Riverfest. Well, we appreciate you ladies joining us. We've got some more behind you. Let's get a couple of more winners here, and we'll get some information from them.
All right. Thank
Congratulations,
you.
ladies. Who we got next? Okay, I see a 2024 Junior Miss, and then I see Yuletide in the
Park.
Park. Okay, so who are we joined by? I'll talk to you first. Do you know your name?
Chloe Johnson.
She did know it.
Chloe, where do you come from? Do you come from Wirt County?
Yes.
And what kind of sash are you wearing? What title have you won?
The Yuletide in the Park preteen 2024.
Yuletide in the Park preteen.
Was that for Sportsman Park?
Is that Sportsman's Park?
It's in Hurricane.
Oh, That makes sense.
Okay.
So you're over here hanging out. Did you enter this pageant too?
Yeah. Well, I was your 2023 Little Kanawha Riverfest.
We've got.
Junior Miss.
You guys set it up for us. Thank you very much. I should have known. So you got a chance to crown this year's queen, correct?
Yes, she is also my cousin and my best friend.
Oh, that is awesome.
I'm sure she wasn't disappointed about crowning our new queen.
Exactly.
So you've had a full year of being the Miss the preteen. So what have you had to do for this festival over the last year?
Well, last year as the Junior Miss, we basically did kayaks, represent, and that's mostly it.
Okay, cool. Are you getting ready to do the kayak or the? Are you doing the ATF BAB race or whatever it is? Anything that floats but a boat?
No, but I'm
You're in the
kayak
kayak race. Okay.
and I'm also maybe getting a title this week.
Really?
Yes, I'm Bridget Altizer. She is doing the Miss America,
Okay.
and she chose me as her little sister.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Where are you going for that?
I can't remember where it is, but it's like 4 hours and 30 minutes away.
My goodness.
Wow.
I wonder if it's over there in Berkeley Springs, Martinsburg area.
I don't know.
Anyways, well, good luck with that, and thank you for joining us. And you crowned our 2024 Junior Miss. What's your name?
My name is Grayson Wine.
What is it, Grayson Wine?
Yeah.
Well, that name sounds familiar to me, too. I know some wines. Are you from here?
I'm from Williamstown, but my parents are from Elizabeth.
Okay. I think I might have an idea. So, is this your first pageant, or have you been in pageants before?
I've been in pageants before.
Have you ever won, though?
Yeah.
We got veterans here.
Exactly.
We got people who know how to win. So, what other events have you won?
I am your 2023 Little Miss Honey Fest,
Okay.
and I forget the name of the other one.
She's won so much. Like, I won another one too. I'm not really sure what it was.
Oh, and I also was your community queen last year.
Okay. Man,
Man,
you guys got trophy cases for these girls? We got trophy cases. They're going to need some trophy cases.
I mean, we got crown boxes, but that's mostly it.
I love it.
So, what are you looking forward to most as our 2024 Junior Miss?
I'm looking forward to meeting new people and having fun at festivals.
Awesome. Well, are you coming to the Reedy Fest? The Creedy Country Music. They may have gotten.
they may not have got the memo yet.
We'll talk later. We'll invite them to the Reedy Country Music Festival here in a little bit. Well, ladies, congratulations. Good luck on the next one. Congratulations on this one. Who do we got more people here? Who do we got? We got one young one here. I see a junior spirit of the Little Kanawha Queen. Is she ready to talk with us? Bring her on. Bring her on.
Come on.
Can you hear us? She says, yeah. We've got two more. Well, we've got a lot of tiaras here. Is that tiaras, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
I'm showing my ignorance here very quickly. Okay, so I'll start with you. We've got the Spirit of the Little Kanawha Queen. What is this, and who are you?
So basically, I am your 2024 Spirit of the Little Kanawha Queen, also Community Queen. It's basically, I'm going to be working with the Development of Authority to make changes in our community.
And your name is?
Kylie Blair.
Kylie Blair. Now, I did an event with the Development Authority just recently, right over there. It was a trout derby. Were you involved yet with this?
No, I just got crowned last week.
Okay, so the big event happened where were we last week, George?
I don't know. I mean, we
Could have been here for that event
put in
too.
the dark, I think.
Okay, so what other than that, are there any other duties for you as far as like representing this festival? Are you going to be going around with the other queens as well throughout the year?
I'm going to be spending my reign along with all these other amazing queens and my junior miss. I'm going to be representing at different festivals and see where that takes us.
Fantastic. Now, I got a question. We heard from one of them over there who's going to be in the kayak race. I thought there was anything that floats but a boat entry for you all.
For the queen and the teen.
Okay, raise your hand if you're on that. Just a couple of you. Are you confident?
You got this?
They're confident that they have it. Okay, so who are we joined by here? I got to lower the camera for our junior. What's your name, young lady?
I am Aniston Parsons.
Aniston Parsons. I used to sing music as Anston.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. Aniston Parsons, how old are you first?
I am 8 years old.
8 years
Oh,
old,
wow.
and you are the 2024 Junior Spirit of the Kanawha Queen. Now, what is your job going to be over the next year?
My job over the next year is going to be supporting my community, of course, because every single time I have to support my community. Or what else am I of being a queen?
Yeah, why are you wearing the tiara if not helping the community? I tell you what, Bobby Joe Moore would like to hear from her.
Exactly.
Helping the community out for sure.
She will put her to work in a heartbeat.
So, Aniston, are you happy to be working with your queen?
Yes, I actually am. And all my other queens, because everybody that are my sister queens, I love them so much.
This young lady's got a future in public speaking. Let me tell you guys that. When she gets old enough, tell her to call the station. I'll hire her on as a DJ. Well, ladies, congratulations to you, and we hope that you guys have a great reign over the next year. We hope that you guys are able to help this development authority continue to make improvements to Work County. I tell you what, Elizabeth and Work County, they're on the rise.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys will be a great part of that. So
Thank
thanks
you.
for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Do we have one more here? We have the Teen Miss 2024 Teen Miss Little Kanawha. Uh-oh. Sorry, that's one thing we'll have to work on, which is the headsets. Thank you, ladies, so much. Who are we joined by here? We saved the best for last? Is that what we're saying?
I am Cami Carpenter. I am the teen of Little Kanawha, and I'm also the Work County Fair teen also.
Wait, did we see her
Last year?
last year? I thought we did.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen
That's
so
why-
much royalty
that's why
lately, I
was
can't
sitting
tell.
Here going, she looks familiar.
Well, the name Cammy, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so obviously this is not your first pageant.
Right.
You've done this before. How many titles have you won? Just these two
This
so
will be
far?
my third one. The very first one, I was actually the princess of the team.
Oh,
So
wow.
We were sisters queens already once.
So do you go to school in Work County? Okay, and if you're the teen queen, you would be 7th, 8th, 9th grade,
I'm
somewhere?
a sophomore this year.
Jeez whiz.
Yeah.
So sophomore, so you've still got a couple of years
Yeah.
to go here. Is your plan to do more fairs and festivals
I
like
would love
this?
to, yes.
Okay, well, there's one coming up here just a couple weeks for the
Yeah.
Black Walnut Festival. I don't know if you've entered that
Yeah,
one or not.
I've done that one before, but
Okay.
I've not won that one, but I've definitely done that one before.
Yet. Yet's the
That
big
is
word.
key
Yet.
word.
So, again, you will be working with the Queen throughout the next year, going places. What are you looking forward to most with this?
Just getting to spend the time with my sister queens and my little Mr. and Mister. It's so fun. I love watching the little kids talk and get to know everybody. It's so fun.
Well, I've noticed that you guys are all dressed the same and all wearing not only tiaras but the same sunglasses. Where did that come from?
Our director, actually, we have a wonderful director, and she made them for us.
Big ego back there. Little shoulder slap. Well, Cammy, we do appreciate talking to you. And again, we'll be talking to you in a couple
Yeah,
months
absolutely.
in August he will. I'll be down. Speaking of the beach, I'll be at the beach at that
Yeah.
point.
He's going to duck out on us for the
Oh.
fair this year.
Listen, I'll be frustrated golfing, so don't worry about it. You guys will be having a better
I'll be
time.
at the barn as well this year, too, so.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Cammy, thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy your reign again as another queen.
Well,
Very
thank
exciting
you.
stuff.
Thank you.
Well, the pageant director, is she around here somewhere? Is she hiding? No more of that.
Yeah,
Wait,
no
I
more
just
of that.
realized I was looking at your feet the whole time. Sorry. That's Cammy. She's been on the air with us before.
Exactly.
So let's bring in this pageant director who has gotten some serious praise. Who are we talking with here today? The pageant director for the Little Kanawha Riverfest pageant.
Hi, I'm Jessica Schaefer, and I am the director for the Queen's Pageant and co-director for the Children's Pageant. And our new director for the Children's Pageant, starting next year, will be Madeline Lynch.
Oh, so she is
cool.
heavily involved no matter what. Obviously, a great thing that you guys are doing here, and you're building from scratch, obviously.
We really are.
Just the fourth year of this entire event, and it is building and building, as Bobby Joe said. And one of the things that is so important and so exciting for you all is to get involved with fairs and festivals of West Virginia, and that's coming up again 2026. Is that how it goes?
So the next queen that we crown in summer of 2025 will go to fairs and festivals in January of 2026, and they'll
Cool.
compete for the state fair queen title.
What are the restrictions on that, or what are the qualifications you have to have?
So you have to be an unmarried female, 16 to 21. You can't turn 22 before January. I think it's January 15th. If you are crowned the West Virginia Association of Fairs and Festivals Queen, then you are representing the state fair. You're representing throughout the year. You're traveling to different fairs and festivals. It's a great opportunity to learn about our state, about other counties, about other communities. It's just a great opportunity for the girls.
So what are the stipulations for a festival such as the Little Kanawha Riverfest? What are there criteria that this festival or this pageant had to meet to
Yes.
get to that level?
Yes. So to join the West Virginia Association of Fairs and Festivals, and we're a new festival, so this isn't the gospel, but so what we had to do, we had to be a festival that existed for a full year, and then we had to have our pageant. Our pageant had to exist for a full year. So it's about 2.5 years, and then you do your paperwork. It goes before a membership committee. You have to have a governing body. They're very particular about who they accept in, but it's for a very good reason. They're a great association. They help promote our festival. It will only help our festival and our community grow.
Yeah, if there weren't any stipulations, I'd just hold a pageant and crown George.
Right?
Right.
So,
That wouldn't work real well, but, you know.
well, obviously this has been a great event, and the girls have very, very much fun with you, and we're very thankful that you guys have come here and help us talk about this Little Kanawha Riverfest. Enjoy the next year, and we hope it continues to build in the years to come.
So much.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is only the third year of the Queen's pageant,
This is
right?
the third year for the Queen's Pageant.
Wow.
The
Okay.
festival existed it
4
started
years.
in 2021.
Yeah.
We brought our festival in 2022, and we had our festival last year, so this is our third year. And it has grown. Our first year we had 3 titles. Last year we had 8. This year we had 11, and next year we plan to add more.
Keep on bringing those kids in and keep on letting them compete. That's fun.
And I don't know if Bobby mentioned it to you. We'd like to have all the royalty up at Reedy on the 29th
She
that
did.
can come.
Or as many who are not at the
Yeah,
beach.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
You know,
we
the ones
actually-
that can come.
We met with the mayor. He introduced himself and he talked to our queens. It was a wonderful experience. They had a great time. They enjoyed the conversation. He's a wealth of information.
He is.
He's
Yeah.
a fun guy. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Anytime you got a mayor called Cowboy, it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun.
All right.
Well, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day here in Elizabeth. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we have got so the pageant actually took place last week, and they had the kids pageant today. So
Yes.
they did have the kids pageant. Those are fresh tiaras on the heads of those
Yeah.
young ladies. So what a great group of kids, man! I tell you what, it's always fun to talk with royalty.
It is. And, you know, like I said, that last young lady that we spoke with, I knew she looked familiar, and I was going, where? We've talked to her somewhere, but
Yeah.
I can't remember where.
Unfortunately, nobody on the video saw it because I had it pointed down.
Filming her feet.
Had it pointed down there for the young lady who was the spirit preteen, and forgot I was in capacity of moving the camera. I do that sometimes. I forget where my head's at. So yeah, we're here at the Little Kanawha Riverfest. Golly, just beautiful weather here today.
Oh, man,
It
that
is
breeze is just awesome.
probably the last day to say that for a
Yeah.
couple of weeks. It's about to get brutal weather-wise. It's going to be up in the mid-90s starting tomorrow, and then late next week it's supposed to be near 100, and I'm sure the humidity is going to come with it. Oh, speaking of golf, I don't think I'm going to try golfing in that stuff. I don't think I'm going to have to back off on golf for that one.
You know, speaking of folks that may be on their way down here to Riverfest, swing by the table.
Absolutely.
Cowboy Richard Martin brought us some tickets and told us that we will be allowed to sell these tickets.
By golly.
And what we've got is grass seating tickets. Now, if you want to buy those, you can buy them. And then when you get to the gate, if you wanted to bump those up to reserves, you can just pay the extra to get the reserve tickets as well.
So that's
or the front row.
That is for the Reedy Country Music Festival coming up in 2 weeks. Again, it's in the town of Reedy. Hard to miss that town. Take a right at the
bridge.
The bridge that's being reconstructed right now, and you'll run right into it. There'll be vehicles, there'll be vendors, there'll be music going, all in that wide open, good space right in the middle of downtown Reedy. We expect a good time, a fun time. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait. There's a couple of artists, obviously, that I can't wait to see on Saturday. I'm looking forward because I've only heard a couple of songs by Michael Dean Lewis. Can't wait to hear his stuff. Can't wait to
You'll
see
love him.
Caitlin Jewett live.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Obviously, we love watching Rachel Lipsky. She puts on a show. Sam Grow, going to put on a great show. Can't wait. And this will be my first time ever getting a chance. No, it's not my first time ever seeing the Davison Brothers Band live. I saw the Davison Brothers Band live in Bridgeport in 2004.
Right.
That is a long time, 20
Right.
years between the last time I saw them
Exactly.
and now.
But as a station owner, and we've had station events that
Yeah.
we went to,
This will be my
as a
first.
group, this is the first one that you've been able to catch. And like I said on the commercial, I thought if you were ever going to catch him,
It's got to
we
bring
just
it
have to bring him to you.
And that's what's happening. But beyond that, on Thursday and Friday evening, there are some talented local musicians. I've seen the lineup, and I already know a few of these bands. I really like them.
Twisted Time.
Twisted
Band?
Times. Ronnie Britton has been going at
Man,
it.
they're
He's
great.
a local Reedy resident.
Yeah.
He's been going at it for years. He used to play some music with Ronnie. In fact, he and his band, they're so tight as a band. They've
Yes.
done it so long
Yes.
that they're just really, really good. One of the ones I'm looking forward to most, though, coming on Friday night, and this is a young lady who is not from here, but her grandfather is from here. Her father is from here. Her aunt is from here. Coach Salvucci of
Yeah.
the softball team in Jesselyn. They've got her sister and Coach Sal's her brother and Coach Sal's son, Thorpe Salvucci, who lives up in the Pittsburgh area. His daughter, Gabriella Salvucci, who I've had on the 3 episodes of Homegrown.
Yes.
We've got 3 CDs of hers. She is incredibly talented, and she is still just a youngster. She's still in high school. She's been playing out a long time, and she just got back from the UK. She was doing a little tour over in the UK. She'll be in Reedy.
Speaking of Coach Sal, he bought over $200 worth of tickets.
I figured he would.
Yeah. He bought over $200 worth of tickets. So
It's local for him, too.
Yeah.
But he's going to bring people from out of state.
Yeah.
He's
but
going to bring
he's
the
bringing
fans.
people in for the whole event.
Yeah.
For Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And then also, you've got John Richards.
Oh, man.
John Richards is going to be performing over there on Thursday night.
George, I have tried to find a time to get him on a homegrown show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my homegrown shows are on Saturday, and I talked with him. He's like,
And
listen,
it's where he's playing.
he said Fridays and Saturdays are my money makers.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe I can get you sometime. But, yeah, he'll be there as well on Friday, and that'll be a great lineup on Friday evening. But then Saturday, boy, it's all day long, and it's going to be fun. I hope the weather cooperates. I just hope it cooperates a little bit.
Don't even talk about it.
I hope. I didn't say it's going to. I hope it does.
But,
Praying for that.
It's going to be so much fun. Sam Grow is just excited beyond words, as you could tell the other day.
Yeah, we had a chance to
You know.
talk with Sam on the radio and on our Facebook and YouTube Live. You want to go back and watch any of those, by the way. We've interviewed everybody but Michael Dean Lewis leading up to this, and all those videos are on our YouTube and Facebook pages. You can go back a couple weeks, and you can see those interviews that we've had with, of course, Rachel and Caitlin. Caitlin, man, I'm excited just to meet her in person.
She's just
That'll
a
be fun.
firecracker.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of
mean,
fun.
She, she's only 21 years old.
Also
I
a
mean,
youngster, yeah.
It blows my mind the talent that the girl has. I mean, she's been on The Voice twice,
Mm-hmm.
and, she's got a lot of talent. All the music that you hear us play of hers, she's written.
Yeah.
She's written all of it. I mean, not co-written, but it's her.
Well, she's going to hang out with us around the county and surrounding counties as well. So if by some chance somebody can't happen to make it on that Saturday that Caitlin's playing, buddy, she's going to be playing around, and she's going to be hanging out with us. She's going to take over the station one day as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
It'll be a fun time.
She plans on coming in on the 25th, and she's not leaving until after the 6th.
Yeah. She's going to play at the Country Kitchen, one of our advertisers, Eric Lapardis and his people who run the Country Kitchen right off the Big Otter exit there, right across from the Exxon station. I can't remember what it used to be, but it is now a really good musical venue. And tell you what, I've had food there, and it is unbelievable. She's going to be playing there, so you have another chance to get to her.
She asked me, she said, do you think there's any other place I could play while I'm there? I said, well, let me make a call or two and see what we can do.
Yeah.
I called Eric Lapardis, and he jumped all over it. I said, here, I'll give you her number and let you talk to her.
He's always looking for musical acts.
I mean, he jumped all over it with both feet.
Talk about being a busy man. That guy's got like 5 deals that he's got his hands in on.
Yeah.
Just going to scroll around here. It's been a while since I showed the rest of the field here. Obviously, there's George Big Head.
Again.
But off in the distance, I'm going to scroll right in here. And somebody mentioned the shark. That's part of the obstacle course, in fact. There's a duck floating, and then there's a shark floating. And just out of view over on this.
An alligator or two, I believe.
I would say they're probably the shaved ice guys in my way, and I can't see where they're supposed to turn off in the distance on the bend right around the turn here where we are at Sportsman's Park, but there are like buoys or something set up for that kayak race that we just saw going through. There's a kayak obstacle race coming up, then the Queens kayak race coming up. Talked to one of the Queens members who was going to get a chance to be in that race, and then we are solidly looking forward to watching this anything that floats but a boat race. That's going to take place right down below us. What we may do is try to get our camera a little closer at that point to see if we can get a good bird's eye view of all of those all of those interesting crafts that we're going to see, and we're looking forward to that. Speaking of looking forward, George, we're never not looking forward to talking with this lady here.
I'll knock your head off.
Busy bee.
Busy bee.
Yes, I
Talking
am.
with Rain again. Rain Fouts, thank you. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. Oh, actually, it's been a little while. I don't remember when the Derby was. But
Look at that shirt.
I know. I'm looking at it.
Truck Derby.
That was a lot of fun for me
Yes,
to
it
watch.
was.
To watch those kids and the looks on their faces when they were brought in a fit. Oh gosh, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And they, from the little ones
Yeah.
all the way up, they were having a blast.
We had so many people come up to us afterwards and this is probably the most awesome thing I've taken my kid to.
Yeah.
And we've already made plans for next year. It's going to be in April again. I forget the date, but it'll be out there soon. We're hoping to have more sponsors, more fish, more kids, more fun, more everything.
I tell you, it was pretty well attended already. I know that you said there was close to 50 pre-registered, and then there were some more that came in later.
We was going to be happy with if 5 to 10 kids showed up, and between the kids and adult, we had over 200 people there.
It was just so much fun to watch, and I love the way it was run. Somebody's going to have to keep the birds away after they after they stock the trout.
I forgot about that. Thank you for bringing that up.
3 golden trout turned into 2 real quick.
Exactly. That eagle definitely got after it.
Well, I think it come back and got the other 2.
Oh.
Because no one ever did catch a golden trout.
Really?
Yeah.
Darn it.
Golden trout like to come to the top and show their pretty colors off.
Yeah.
And say, here, eagle, eat me. So,
Well, Lorraine, we're here for the Little Kanawha Riverfest,
Yeah.
obviously. This is the 4th annual, and as Bobby Joe was saying, still 30-plus vendors that are here.
Yeah.
The participation from the public is
Yeah.
pretty impressive this
Yeah.
year as well. Now, the
Yes.
weather always helps. Never hurts to have good weather.
this weather is amazing. I mean, it's not really hot.
Got a nice breeze blowing.
Got perfect breeze blowing.
Yeah.
And then, we're by the river, so the view's awesome, too.
Yeah.
If you get hot, you can jump in the river, too. Have you tested the temperature yet?
No, I'm about ready.
Well, a little bird told me something about rain. She's getting ready to hit the big Lake Erie.
Oh, yeah.
And she'll be on Lake Erie starting the 20th of this month. And she won't be able to make it to the music festival because she'll be fishing.
Yes, I'll be
having a good
fishing.
time.
big bass. Yeah, that we used to go to Canada every
Yeah.
year, and the border just got harder and harder to get through. And if something happened in the U.S., they shut it down. You couldn't get back home. So all of the waters up there are connected.
Mhm.
So we're basically catching Canada fish in USA waters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 4 hours versus 14.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
never a bad thing when you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
looking to travel a long way. Well, what do you got going on here today, Rand? I know you're set up, right? You've got your
Yes,
own little stuff
yes,
going.
I do. Well, I do spoon jewelry. I do rings and bracelets, several other things. I just bought rings and bracelets today, but
She's constantly looking for antique spoons and stuff so
Yeah.
that she can make new
Yeah.
stuff.
And so I take them and cut them up and bend them and sand them and grind them and put them in a tumbler and shine them all up and
Right here's
wax
one of
them.
them, Bruce.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
She's got one on.
There's one right
I
here.
just sized that one for her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
Oh,
That's
that's
wow.
Elizabeth's right there.
That is awesome.
And actually, that spoon is called Jubilee, and it's from 1950.
My
And
goodness.
that's a newer one.
Right.
Most of mine are like early 1900s. Most of them are in the 20s.
Jeez
yeah.
whiz.
So, yeah,
I didn't know that.
I'm the eBay queen. But we've had fantastic vendors this year. I
Yeah.
mean, fantastic. Like,
You know,
I
what
would-
what I've noticed is I can't see behind me of what's going on back there, but I see a lot of people just staying
Yeah.
in front with the vendors. A lot of
Yeah.
people moving and
yeah,
and looking
I mean,
at the
look
vendors.
at the crowd right now.
It's wild. They just keep
Yeah.
coming. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's
That's the
good
way
business.
it usually
It's
is,
good for
though. I
business.
mean,
Yeah.
we have a steady flow. I mean,
Yeah.
one
and
minute the parking lot will kind of dwindle out a little bit, and then boom, it's
Yeah.
full again.
Now, I don't know, you guys can't see it, but from where I'm at, I can. The river is full
Really?
Yeah.
Good, good,
Uh,
good.
because they're having the kayak race and anything that floats but a boat.
I am hoping we get close there because I want to.
Yeah.
I want to see these crafts that people are building. Yeah, I know. Right now, what are we on? We're almost at 2:00 here today
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
And so the 2:00, they say the Queen's kayak race is going on.
It just happened. I
It
think.
just happened.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it just
So the
did.
next thing coming up down on the river is the kayak obstacle course race.
Oh.
That's
So
always
that'll
fun.
be interesting.
Yeah.
And then, of course, at 4:00, the big anything that floats on a boat race. I can't wait to see it. I'm
And we
telling
have
you.
some jet skis down there, and they're making the water a little harder for the
I think it's
kids, which is
I think
great.
that's our wonderful fire chief, Stephen Suttles,
Yeah.
and his crew is down there. You know, he's such a great guy. I mean,
really
remember
is.
Riverfest 1 when it was
I
like,
wasn't here on number
oh,
one.
you wasn't here.
and
That's
I wasn't
right.
here on number two. Just 3
It
and 4.
it was quite a day. It was like 100 degrees out
I heard.
in the shade,
Yeah.
and you know, it was horrible. We didn't have a canopy at that point because ours had gotten tore up in a windstorm, and
Like 2 weeks earlier, I bought
yeah.
a brand new canopy.
yeah,
Ah,
And we went to Calhoun County for a open house event at the
82.
the 82 Foundation, and it came sideways 60 degree, and it just destroyed it,
but
the
you
canopy.
know, Calhoun County has such a great community.
Yeah,
I'm sure they all pitched in and was there for you. Or
they did help as best they could with that
Yeah.
canopy.
yeah.
But
so,
Stephen Suttles and one of the members of the rescue squad went and found a canopy and
Oh.
got us under a canopy
Yeah.
because I mean it was brutally hot that day,
yeah.
the first year, and you know, it was like I was telling Drew earlier before we went on the air. I said, you know, I've seen this from day one to now, and you know, I get
Yeah.
so excited each
Yeah.
year when I come down because it's bigger
Bigger
and bigger
better.
and better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what you were talking about with the trout derby. First year, you weren't sure what to
Oh,
expect. But every time I'm over here, we're here for some sort of event that's gotten bigger and better every year. You guys have done a good job of tapping into the resources
We have.
that you have here, such as that pond over there, such as the river.
Yeah. You know, we all come from different walks of life. We join as a group, and each person brings their own, little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then the dream happens.
Yeah.
So that was a great day.
Well, it takes all the volunteers that are around, and you guys, man, I don't know how you guys sleep. I don't know if you schedule it in sometimes or what, but you guys are always doing something.
Well, I taught 4-H class last week. This week.
Oh, my God.
Actually, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I do wildlife photography. So the kids wanted to learn. So I went down there and taught a class all week and then made all my jewelry and then came here. So.
But it makes me, that's it,
Have
they
you
make me
ever
tired.
Have you ever seen any of her wildlife?
I have not.
Oh,
I have not.
My. It's great.
I do. I joke that I'm not busy, but I am slightly busy, so I don't get to move and shake as much as I'd like to.
Well, here comes Miss Bobby.
She's back again.
Yeah, let her give you the results of the river.
Yes, no results yet.
Let's tell her what's going on.
We want results, and we want them now. I'm sure that's what people say sometimes, isn't
Oh,
it?
they do. All I know is they're having a blast on the river. They're having fun. I think the fire department with the jet skis is having more fun, but.
Making it hard on them.
Oh, yeah. But no, we'll have to post the winners because we've got so many scattered out.
Yeah.
So I'll post those on our site tonight. We are getting ready for the anything that floats but a boat.
Okay.
That should be coming up in about a half hour, I think. So.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Now, do you have an entry?
No.
No?
No. Somebody's got to be responsible.
That's what I always hear at certain events, and I'm like, well, it's not going to be me.
I'm going to bite my tongue on that one.
I know.
Have you checked the temperature?
No.
So you don't, has anybody said, is it freezing cold? Is it nice and warm?
It must not be because several of them sitting down there. We've got several kayaks just sitting along the bank and everybody playing in it, so it must be warm today.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. What a day. What a day. So the anything that floats but a boat race is coming up here in about a half hour. And then this thing just kind of relaxes and has fun throughout the day?
Right. We'll finish up about 5 o'clock. You'll start seeing people head out. We've got the car show going on the other side of town.
Okay.
Big Island Run. So people are kind of floating between the two.
Yeah.
But you guys have got a great seat because I set up under the farmer's market this morning and had the mobile car show. All of them coming into town. We got to watch them all this morning. So, yeah.
Well, we've watched, and like I said, we can't see back there, but Rain said there's a ton of people back at the river because we're watching a ton of people visit these vendors right now, and that's huge. That's what it's all about is getting people out here to shop a little bit with these vendors.
Absolutely. Support the vendors that comes out because they support us, But, yeah, and I'll tell you, and I'm kind of going to pick on the state of West Virginia here. They passed must have been some new laws or regulations this year, and the vendors really have a lot of expenses that they have to pay just to the state. Used to be the little tiny vendors, nobody looked at them or anything, and they could come and set up. Well, now the tax department makes them have a special permit. Any of them that sells food has to have, and it's like $75 for that permit. So, I mean, some of this stuff is really big on these guys. And you take a day when right off the top you've got to spend $75.
Yeah.
Plus your trip here. Plus, now, we're inexpensive to set up. It's $25 without electric, $35 with. But all of a sudden you're up to $100, $150 before you ever sell the first snow cone.
Yeah.
Whatever. So,
whatever it may be.
Yeah, come down, support these vendors. We have a lot of local vendors. We've got cheerleaders doing fundraising. We've got the fair doing fundraising. Just a lot. There's one right up here under the white tent that they support homeless.
Oh, okay.
And they started out doing ministry with the drug addiction and everything like that, and they supply meals at least once a week to different neighborhoods. They just pull in and they set up on their dime. Now they get a lot of donations and stuff like that, but they do all the work. Jessica and Mike does all the work. And they make sure the kids had Easter baskets, Christmas stuff. They take care of that section that just really struggles.
Yeah.
They are fantastic.
This is their second
awesome.
year, too, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
That's volunteerism at its best.
Yes, it is.
I was telling Rain there a minute ago, I said, this is year 4.
Yes.
And we've been at all 4.
Yes.
And each year it keeps getting bigger and better,
Right.
bigger and better. You know, eventually this is going to have to go to a 2-day event.
We've talked about that already, actually. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves because
But I mean,
it's hard.
eventually it's going to have to.
It's going to have to. One will determine on space.
Yes.
You know, to keep it here.
Yeah.
Now, the
It's got to be here.
Right. So now it does have to be here.
Yeah.
But
it
I'm
has to be.
wondering if, see, we own property called the Poor Farm.
Yes.
And they've talked about maybe doing like a Trader's Day flea market type thing, and we could do that up there. But if we outgrow the park, I don't know what we're going to do. But I want that problem. Bring that problem on.
Bring that problem on.
That'll be a great problem to have.
Yes, it will be.
It'll be a fun one to try to solve.
Yes.
Logistics.
Yeah.
Logistics.
Exactly.
You know, it was 2 years ago that it was so cold.
Yeah.
That we sat down here. It was drizzly rain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because we went and got the tent and stuff. Yeah.
Well, year one, when our canopy got destroyed up in Calhoun County, Stephen Settles and one of the members of the rescue squad went and got us a canopy because we were sitting here, you know, brutally hot.
Right.
I mean, sweat just dripping off of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't hot that day. I wasn't here.
Yeah,
No.
you were playing golf somewhere.
I was
He
probably
wasn't
hot.
here, you know.
I was probably hot.
So, but no, we got some grants a few years ago. We got extended electric, and the same electric, we run it all over the park, even at Christmas. We've got the big Christmas display and stuff, and we're just really trying. It's growing. It's getting here. Did the royalty come and find you?
Oh, they did.
Okay.
I'd just gone through the list of vendors. It was perfect timing. I was reading the last two vendors, and we saw all the girls in blue, and I was excited because they all had the same sunglasses that were personalized from the director, and they were so much fun to talk to. The little one, the little
8-year-old.
Okay.
The 8-year-old. Oh gosh, what was her name? Graceland.
Yes, Grayson.
Yeah.
Grace. She has got a future in public speaking.
Oh, there you
She
go.
came in and she just raised her hand after I was talking with her queen, and she was like, "It's my turn. I'd like to speak." And she was so good about talking about wanting to help the community any way she can. And
we told her not to say that too loud. The mayor would have her working tomorrow.
That's right. Hey, I can't even squeeze in on this because Jessica Schaefer puts these girls in every community event, every community, anything she can have them out here doing.
Yeah.
They are representing, and they don't just represent Riverfest. They represent the entire county when they come in.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
she does the
wonderful
same-
thing about this community that they
Yes.
do.
Yeah, and it's the same way with the ones from the fair. She keeps them working. I mean, it's
Yeah, speaking of fair royalty, where is that?
Where's Allie? She stopped by here when we were getting set up, and I told her, just expect you're going on the radio, and she took off.
She disappeared. She was just like, poof.
she done, huh? Yeah, poor old Allie's got to give up her crown here in just a couple weeks.
Yep.
August 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So she'll
We'll
be
be there.
And you
They'll be there. I'll be golfing again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So how are y'all liking the music this year?
Love
Good.
this.
Good.
Love it.
This is our first year. Sherry McCoy sets all this up for us with the music. She's the same one that does the music in the park. I never did bring that over to you, did I?
Not yet.
And
We figured it'd come
it
sooner or
will,
later.
It will. And she takes care of it for our senior citizens
Wonderful.
building down there, and she's just bang up. She's awesome. She does the same one for Pioneer Days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you need entertainment done, you call Shirley McCoy.
I see.
You heard it first, folks.
I see West Virginia Molasses Festival royalty over there too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they're wearing pink.
Exactly.
They're wearing pink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Digging it all. Well, we're going to get set to go here, Bobby. We're going to try to find a good location for my camera that I can reach it to where we can maybe see some of these crafts. Now, are they going down this way?
I don't know. Well, they're supposed to. I don't
Okay.
know how far down some of them will make it. We've got one up here. He was actually out on and went clear down to the curve and back.
You already tested it out.
He did. It's gonna be hard to beat Rod. Rod's on it already. But last year's royalty has got one, so it's gonna be fun.
And that is the anything that floats but a boat
Yes.
race.
Now, a little history on that real quick. They did this in Work County years and years ago, and it was just something that fell off and they quit doing. And well, I guess there was like a Riverfest here
Yeah.
many years ago, and it had just stopped. So when me and my group brought it back on, they're like, "Yeah, we did this years ago, and it quit." So then one of the old people, not old age, but one of the old members, she brought that one there back.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
That is a
so-
good idea because that gives something like centralized at the end to cap it off, and it's hilarious. I'm sure.
Oh
it's,
yeah.
it's
That'll
gotta be
get
fun.
bigger and bigger, because of bragging rights.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So we had a couple last year, John and Missy Bain. They put theirs together on that end of the park that morning.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. They built it right here, and we said, that might be part of the stuff we need to start bringing it in, make them build it here, and then see if it'll
Just to
work.
prove that there's nothing illicit going into them.
Well, today they have actually went through inspections on all of them. This
Really?
time. Yep. So
No cheating involved.
no cheating. But I'm gonna find you guys a schedule. Make
Absolutely.
Another lap and up. Every time I come around, the mayor of Reedy is not far from mine. Is he trying to get both communities?
He's
is
taking
that what it is?
he's taking notes too.
Hey,
I bet
he's
he's
got-
taking notes.
He's got his bodyguard with him
I've
too.
seen that. I've seen that. Dad's right on it.
Exactly.
All right.
Carol Martin.
Well, we're gonna get.
If you all.
Yeah, we're going to get set up for the boat race. Before that, I'm going to go eat something. I'm starving, and I got to go eat something, George. But we're going to stick around here, and again, we're going to watch the best we can from our vantage point this anything that floats but a boat race. Once that's over, we'll come back, and we will continue to chat it up here until the 4 o'clock hour. So stay tuned with us, folks. We're going to go radio silent for just a few minutes. We'll be back with the Little Kanawha Riverfest after this. folks, while George is slamming some sausage. Tell you what, deep fried in bacon fat. That is a good sausage. We are here at the Little Kanawha Riverfest, 4th edition, and it's been a great day. Beautiful weather. You can never, ever tell what the weather's going to be like, but I think we caught the best day right before the heat wave comes in and hits us. It's been a great day throughout the afternoon, talking with all the people, the royalty for this festival. Bobby Moore, of course, the mayor of Elizabeth, and how they are continuing to build this and many other events in Wirt County and in Elizabeth itself. I just got word that they're a little delayed on the anything that floats but a boat race. There are some more things to get done, so the boat race will be getting started, or I should say the craft race will be getting started any moment, probably in the next 15 minutes. So we're going to just hang out here and wait for that to begin, and hopefully our vantage point can see some of those crafts as they roll through, and if we can get them, we will. And after that, we are just going to continue to talk about this event and preview other events coming up here pretty soon at the 4th annual Little Kanawha River Fest. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to try to get this anything but floats but a boat race after this.
I stole it.
Yep.
You got to be good at it.
Don't come up with too many more ideas. Sure. Not too many more ideas.
Like I said,
I'll try to hold it down.
6 for $5. Arm's length for 20.
It ain't the idea. It's like who you got left over that can do that.
left to do that.
I've got my son in line to do that one.
You have put so much on me, and I'm just trying to figure it all out.
It's going to come together just perfect on that day.
It's just little
All right,
characters.
Good seeing you today.
Yeah, it's good to see
See
you
ya.
all, too. That's what
Keep that youngin' of yours in check.
All righty. Well,
All right.
we've had our nice required little break here. I got a lot of food in me. I tell you what, I went down to this little hot dog stand that they had. In fact, let me try to squeeze over here. And there's just a tiny, tiny little hot dog stand right off in the distance there that you can see the hot dogs and the sausage, right? Whew. They had a bacon fried sausage with peppers and onions and, whatever. My goodness. George, did you have the
I had the sausage.
Yes, the bacon fried sausage.
Yeah.
It's
Let
fried in bacon fat.
Let me tell you something. My goodness, fat man ate that.
He was hungry before. He's not quite as hungry now.
No.
Then I took a trip over to the Sisters Samurai Hibachi truck. I don't think I could get a picture of that one.
I
My
think your
stupid,
truck's in the
my
way.
stupid truck's in the way. Why did I park like that, George? I don't know.
I don't
I think I
either.
just followed you. And I then found what I needed this morning that I didn't get. I found the coffee place. And yes, I ruined my white shirt. Had this shirt for 4 weeks, completed the 999 challenge with mustard, ketchup, all manner of things that could ruin this shirt.
Yeah.
Completed it without problems. And then I come here and get a coffee and spill it immediately on my shirt. So
Yeah.
this white shirt is now white with coffee stains down the front. Well, we're here at the Little Kanawha Riverfest. This is year number 4 of this event, and talking with Bobby Joe Moore, the mayor of Elizabeth, this has grown exponentially in the first 4 years.
Yes.
We also saw the new royalty that they've had this pageant now. This is their 3rd year of the pageant. They're going to be registered with the West Virginia Fairs and Festivals coming up. The 2025 winner of this will be in the Fairs and Festivals pageant, so that's a big deal for them getting we call it legal, but you call it representative now of this area. So you've already got the Work County Fair that is part of that, but now you get this part. That's a big part of it as well. The vendors, although they're not all here, there's been a lot of vendors that have shown up, and they have been well traversed by the population around here. We've just seen people back and forth shopping at these vendors, and that's what it's part of, man. George, you know this. You can put everything that you want to into it. If nobody shows up, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
The fact that people have shown up every single year better and better and more is why this is building. And as you mentioned with Bobby, you said you might have to turn this into a 2-day affair.
Well, I mean, it's growing to the point that, I can see it happening over time. I can see it happening. It just keeps growing. And, hats off to them because, we've been a part of every one of them so far. And, it's pretty awesome that that we've been able to be part of this and watch it grow.
Absolutely. I tell you what, you can't picture better weather than we have today. If you're not here, you better be fishing on the river or golfing or something outdoorsy because it is probably the last solid weather day we're going to get for the next couple weeks because it's about to get brutal.
Yep,
and we're talking about 92 tomorrow. By the end of next week, it's going to be almost 100, and I imagine with the humidity and the heat index, it's going to be over 100 degrees. It's just going to be tough weather-wise, so I hope everybody has taken advantage of this beautiful Saturday in the middle of June. I know the people here have because it's been well attended, this event. Now, what we're waiting for here from our vantage point, which is why I've got the camera pointed down to the Little Kanawha River that is right behind where our station is set up. They have done a lot on the river already today. They had the they had the kayak race. They had the river race at 1 o'clock. Then they had the Queens kayak race at 2. Then they had the obstacle course race right after that. They have removed all the obstacles now in the river. So they took the shark out. They took the rubber ducky out that was anchored in for the obstacle course race. And the Work County Fire Department, they're out there with their ski-doos, and they are chopping up the wake on the river right now. They're trying to get it ready to go, and we're getting ready right now for pretty much the pinnacle of this Riverfest. It is the river. It is the Little Kanawha River,
Right.
Riverfest, which is why we're here. And the coolest part about this is something that Bobby Joe said they used to do many, many years ago. It kind of fell off, and so they've brought it back, and it's called the Anything That Floats But a Boat, the ATF BAB race. It is anybody can enter. It's just $25 to put an entry in, and there are certain stipulations. You cannot use a kayak, you cannot use a boat, you cannot use a canoe. You have to build your own craft out of certain items, and we'll go through that again here in just a minute. And it's a race, so whoever gets down and back fastest is going to be the winner of the race. And again, once that happens, we'll stay here for just a little bit longer, and then they'll close it out with the closing ceremonies at about 5 p.m. So here are the rules and regulations for the Anything That Floats But a Boat race, and some of these are hilarious. So, acceptable building materials include cardboard, pool noodles, water bottles, cloth, rope, and cording, barrels, light framing that you could lift and transport. No styrofoam can be used whatsoever, no glass, no motors. You cannot have it made entirely of inner tubes or floats. No fireworks are involved. I wonder if that was something that it was an after-the-fact thing. Somebody used fireworks one year, and they said, no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
And then no actual boats, canoes, or kayaks. Other than that, George, it's anybody's game.
It's wide open.
It is wide open. Now, one of the stipulations is whoever's on your craft has to be on the craft from start to finish. If somebody falls off, well, you better pick them up and get them out of the river, but your boat is disqualified at that point.
Yeah. Bobby didn't say whether or not her and the county commissioner was going to race again this year.
She kind of skirted the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's going to be in it or not. I did see a really cool item there. It had what looked to me to be like a stadium seat, It was a stadium seat on top of a couple of really nice runners that were just a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of plastic bottles, like wrapped in like a big tube. So there was 2 of them, and it looked really comfortable actually, but I think it was only a 1-person craft. I don't think there was room for 2. But there's some bigger crafts in there. There's
well, but they usually get out there and race each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
last
bragging race, either the county or the town.
Yeah.
Wins,
Last year's Queen's Court from this, they do have an entry into this event, so we're looking forward to seeing that. And we're just waiting. Of course, we saw Bobby come by and grab the megaphone.
Yeah.
So she's going to be barking it out when it's time to actually start this race. The race was, originally scheduled for 4 p.m., so they have some time here.
Also, a while ago, Bobby's husband brought this by. They brought us the lineup for music in the park for here at Sportsman Park. June 22nd from 7 to 9 p.m., they've got Ridgeline that's scheduled to play. Then on July 27th from 7 to 9, it's the Gypsy River Band. And then August 18th is Ridgeline again. And that is free. They'll have 50/50s. They've got vendors coming. They've got food vendors, craft vendors for that as well. Bring your own chair and have some fun.
Always doing something here, always doing something. And I tell you what, that's a really nice little stage setup that they've got. They've got it roofed in so the bands can be outside of the weather, any issues that may come up there. And it's just if you haven't been here, it's just a wide open grass park They've got a really nice walking trail that they concreted around it, that they asphalted. So you can come down here. You can just hang out with your family. You can get a walk in. They've got a basketball park right beside us. It's got two basically full-length basketball courts with it. And then, of course, they've got a bunch of tents, a bunch of canopies, a bunch of areas where you can get out from under the weather. They've got a place for kids to play with a lot of different
well, the
items that you can use, the playgrounds, and things like
playground
that.
equipment that they've got alone is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then for this event, they bring in the bounce houses and all kinds of different items down there. You know, Sportsman Park has grown so much over the past few years. If you all haven't been down here at Christmas time to see the lights are just phenomenal. They have went through all the lights. They're all LED now. They've had different communities that donated old displays that they had to them. They've got people from like St. Mary's, Point Pleasant, all different ones, Marietta. You know, there's been people from everywhere that have donated stuff to it. They light this whole park up from clear down here all the way back up to the stage area.
Now, I can't imagine if you're from the Roane County or even the Calhoun County area and you're in Christmas season, I can't imagine people aren't going into the Parkersburg area, so they pass this place.
Right.
I've seen the light displays. It's pretty impressive. And it's a beautiful location to have it because you just got wide open land and you can set it up however you want to set it up. It's just really, really impressive.
Well, I came down. Bobby invited us down for the Christmas parade this year. And we came down, set up down there. And then afterwards, I came out here and took my phone and went through the park and did a little bit because it was starting to get pretty cold out at that time. And, you know, like a big dummy, I didn't bring my heavier coat, so I was getting cold.
Well, just stay tuned for all that stuff. And again, as they were talking about it, this place, this community of Wirt County and this little town of Elizabeth, they have hit the ground running, honestly. Once COVID hit, you know, and it can destroy a lot of things. It did destroy a lot of small fairs, a lot of small festivals.
Yeah.
Many of them did not come back. Many of them were years and years and years old, 50, 60, 70 years old. And just it's hard to make it in small communities and small towns unless you have a group like this that continues to push, continues to volunteer their time, their effort, and continues to fundraise for things like this. And it's kind of like the old Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come, and that's what they're doing here. And she was talking, George, about, okay, we got this thing going up in March, this thing in April, this thing in June, this thing in May, and they've got it covered throughout the year when the weather breaks.
There's like 3 months that they don't have anything that they're working on.
Yeah.
So who knows? Stay tuned. That's all I can say.
Say November, December, and January. 3 months there. They're working on other stuff. So we are here again for another year of this event. We're winding down here at the 3 o'clock hour. We're just waiting to see if we can get a really good look at some of these boats that are not boats, I'm sorry, these crafts that were crafted together over the last couple of weeks. We're waiting to see the race happen, and then we'll start to calm things down here. While we got a second, George, I wanted to run through the vendors that were at least scheduled to be here. Of course, some of them couldn't be here, but there are a bunch that did show up for this. So we got Rhododendron Ice Cream. It's the mobile ice cream truck featuring high-quality ingredients and great prices. Moravi's Dogs, that's where we went, George, to get our bacon-fried sausage.
Oh.
It says everyone's favorite festival food, hot dogs.
And she's coming to Reedy.
Yes, they'll
as
be.
well.
And the Cowboy told us that she was not just going to bring the little cart. She's bringing the truck.
Yeah, she's bringing a full van.
So she's going to bring
that day.
Mucho stuffo. We got Amashi Crafts, which is homemade puppets, temporary tattoos, and jewelry. Terry's Treasures, which is wreaths and centerpieces. Share the Big News. This is a media outlet If you open a new location, have you redesigned your shop or added a new product or service? Don't keep it to yourself. Let the folks know and share the big news. Lenny G's, kids' toys, hats, knives, signs, and cowboy hats. Daniel Mauser with handmade wooden utensils for kitchen use as well as larger sizes for cooking in large pots outdoors. Got Hillbilly Hill Consulting, that is a jewelry outlet. The Little Stir Bakery with food and sweets. H&K Creations, that is tumblers that you can drink, I don't know, coffee out of, which I finally have.
Yeah.
And they have T-shirts for sales. Amazing Art, which is crochet work, handmade crafts, and wearables. Kim's Uniques, which is 3D printed items, machine embroidered items. Hallow Haunts LLC, digital blow-up arcade. That is off in the distance there. That is a really neat item. Cody's Tupperware Treasures with Tupperware. Carol Gibbs with crocheted items, towels, scarves, fingerless gloves, etc. Dolores Whipke with crochet items. Hey Allie Bakes, baked goods, pepperoni rolls, decorated cookies. The Worth County High School cheer team, bow making, and they are trying to raise some money. Crochet Mama with crocheted items. Lacey's Creations, acrylic poured paintings, glassware, coasters, magnets, and jewelry. The Student Council for Worth County High School, selling friendship bracelets, trying to make some money. Christie's Crafty Creations, LLC, with rhinestone and epoxy glitter tumblers, squeezable wax melts, silicone bead items, wristlets, badge reels, keychains, pins, cup charms, bottle openers, and other miscellaneous craft. Sycamore Sweets with coffee, teas, smoothies, milkshakes, pepperoni rolls, cinnamon rolls, cupcakes, and etc. And I will vouch for their hot coffee. I may be one of the few that got hot coffee today, but it is right now filling my belly and making me very happy. Collin Health Systems with family craft activities and promotion of their services. Lanham Enterprises with some shaved ice. Gabriella and Serenity Parsons with specialty drinks. Blessings, home decor items. Toscano in Appalachia. That is homemade olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I saw them down there selling their items. Living Hope Ministry, getting that food together. I think that's what Bobby was talking about with the ministry. And wait, do we have somebody here for that? Can't wait to talk to her. And then the main squeeze, fresh squeeze lemonade, including flavors. And I think George had some lemonade.
Got that from the hot dog stand.
Oh, you got that from the hot dog stand, too. Yeah. Well, it's funny that Bobby should stop by here as we're just talking about some of the vendors. And you brought us somebody very special, and this is something that's very cool that you talked to us about. But now we get to hear it directly from one of the people who's in charge. Is that correct?
Absolutely. So this is Jessica Goodwin. She is one of our hometown girls. I'm not going to try to even tell you her story. I'll let her tell what she wants to. But she is doing remarkable things in our community. Loved her as a child. Loved her forever, and she's back, and she's doing amazing things for so many people. When she reaches out, she don't reach out to one or two. She reaches out to everybody, and it is all God led. So that makes it even better.
Yes, absolutely.
So hey, but now wait a minute. I'm kind of upset. You didn't mention my new bling or nothing.
I haven't had a chance to. I just turned around. I was looking that way. I turned to look at, and Bobby's got her face painted.
I know. So Ari Face Artistry out of Columbus. They come down here and do all sorts of things. And the line back there, I caught a hole in the line, and bang, there we were. So, but again, this is Jessica Goodwin with
Living Hope Ministries. To be pink.
Yeah,
pink and butterfly, as you know.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jess.
Yes. All right. So I'm Jessica with Living Hope Ministry. I grew up here in Elizabeth. I was a drug addict for 17 years. My husband and I were homeless. We got clean. We do have a reach out ministry now. We reach out on the street to people in poverty, mostly people that are in active addiction right now. We try and reach out to their children, try to meet the basic needs of their children. As you know, it's not their fault that the state of the parents. We set up hot meals on the side of the road on Sundays. Feed probably 150 people.
Wow.
Every week. Yeah, every week, and it's mostly homeless and addicted people. It's we go to where the most where there's a lot of poverty, a lot of drug use in Parkersburg. So we go to the worst areas. We set up there, and we just minister to people, and try to get them off the street, get them in rehab, get families healed.
That's a wonderful beginning story to this. Is you know living through it yourself and then coming out of that. That's impressive enough. You know, just getting over that and becoming a productive member of society. What is it in what was it in your all's heart that had you decide to do something this big though?
I had children I lost, and so that's what did it right there. I was just going to get better to get my children back, but God had other plans. I'm still yet to get my children back. It's been 7 years. Excuse me, but the Lord is working, and I actually this was the town where I had wreaked so much havoc in this. I had sold drugs in this town. I was fighting, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and now this will always be my home right here. We live in Parkersburg now, but this will always be my home here.
And you guys, with this event, or not this event, with this thing that you guys are doing, obviously donations are incredibly important to try to get all the food that is necessary. And you guys, you do this in the Parkersburg area. Do you go further than Parkersburg, or is it just really fulfilling that need right now there?
It's wherever the Lord leads. Sometimes it's out here in front of the Hope Shop when people will come to get their food for. They'll pick up, what is it, the food pantry?
The food pantries here.
Yeah, if they. It's been a while since we've done that, but when we lived out here, we would set up in front of the food pantry. They could get a hot meal when they came to get their box of food, or it's mostly around Lynn Street and Latrobe area. Yeah.
If somebody were wanting to get in contact or in touch with you guys, what is the best way to get in contact with you guys if they're just looking to help out with whatever it may be, whether it be a financial donation or donation of food items or whatever it is that you guys will constantly need? How do they get in touch with you guys?
Yeah, so we have the email is contactlivinghope one with at gmail.com, and then we have a Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Contact livinghope one at gmail.com.
And then we have Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What has the response been like for you guys over the years? I'm sure sometimes you get some odd looks, but has it been a mostly positive outcome?
Absolutely, and it's all worth it. Every minute of it. It does. The good outweighs the negative. There's always going to be someone that doesn't like what we're doing. There's always going to be someone. There's always going to be, the enemy's going to come up against it somehow all the time. But God is good. He is greater.
I want to give her some credit here. She doesn't just fix meals. First of all, she's got awesome food. She is an awesome cook. So she's definitely not giving herself credit. But didn't you guys do a birthday party for a bunch of kids last year?
There was 35 children that didn't have a birthday party.
Didn't you also do Christmas?
We did Christmas.
Didn't you also do Easter?
Oh, so she's like, I always set up once in a while.
No, this is constant. And when they know there's a need, they reach out and they take care of it. And, you hear about hometown heroes, and we have all kinds of hometown heroes at different levels.
Yes.
For different things. This, to me, is one of our true, real hometown heroes.
Yes. What a redemption story, number one.
Absolutely. And, she's my kids' age. Like the boy that was here with me earlier. Come on, so we've known each other for years. So to watch the good, the bad, all of it, and where she's at today is just, in my opinion, is just phenomenal.
Well, one thing I do know is it's never too late.
Absolutely.
It's never too late to change. If you're in that situation, if you're in that environment, if you're looking to get out, if you're looking for help, contact you guys.
Absolutely.
My dad once told me this, and I hope I don't mess it up. There's no greater zealot than a heathen converted.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if her schedule is open the end of the month, Cowboy Richard invited her up to Reedy.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. So we're hoping that she's going to be able to have the time to come up there.
Absolutely. I hope so. Yes, I want to do that. Hopefully it turns out.
Okay.
So what time is it, guys?
I was going to say, off of the issue with this wonderful thing you're doing, you don't happen to have a boat in this race. A craft in this race, do you?
No, I do not.
Oh.
No.
So it is 3:25.
So about a half hour, they're going to be doing the anything that floats but a boat.
Oh, my goodness. Now, you've dodged the question earlier, or we didn't hear. Are you going to be in it this year?
No.
She's out.
I'm out.
She's out.
I'm like a rock. We'll just leave it that way. I'm like a rock, but.
She's saying rocks don't float, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I wanted to bring her down.
That's wonderful, wonderful. What a great story to have. And what a great story to not only to have, but to share with the world, you know, in whatever way you can. Continue to do what you're doing. I know it's not always easy. I can imagine it's not always easy, but it's necessary, and you know this.
Yeah,
If they can't get in touch with Jess, if they have a hard time finding the Living Hope Ministry or anything, have them to get a hold of me. I will put them in contact with her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even if you are struggling, the
When you
homeless,
have
the addict,
events
they
that
can-
you're doing,
We've got somebody who just posted here. Jennifer Hinton said Living Hope Ministry, so it's posted now on the video so people can see that.
Thank you,
get,
Jennifer.
get with us.
Okay.
Any events
Absolutely.
that you've got going, we'll put it on our board. We'll talk about it.
Absolutely. We would be glad to promote you.
Amazing. Okay.
I gave her my card.
Good, because I don't even have any cards.
All
I
right.
tag on over to the station, and I never have my cards with me.
So, thank you.
Boy,
Jess.
appreciate you joining us, Jessica. Continue to work hard.
Hey, it's just like American Express. I never leave home without it.
So
we've got about a half hour here.
Yeah. So I'm going to issue a challenge for next year.
Okay.
So if you all want to see the mayor in the river next year,
Mhm.
I want to see the WVRC in the river next year.
I think with the people we know, we could create something.
Yeah, Swelby would be great for
Swelby and Joe would be
Yeah,
great for that.
Exactly.
I may join them just because I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't know if you've seen some of my content recently, but
Swelby and Joe would be great for that. And
they're good engineers.
Maybe even John Penna.
Nah, he does. He's always at his house working. He doesn't have time for
that's
us.
True.
So he's a loafer. Is that what you're telling me?
Let's just say he's a barber that works probably an hour and a half a day.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But hey.
Yeah, he's appointment only now.
there
He's
you
gotten
go.
that good, you know.
Yeah. But I wanted to come down and say hi again. Hope to see you guys down here for this, or at least.
Yeah, we're going to try to get close. I don't know how I'm going to do it. We're probably just going to up and lift this whole thing with us, and we're going to try to carry it back that way. I may put another extension cord in to try to get even further down there. We'll figure something out because we want to see these items.
And what we might do next year is put you guys right there by the tree.
That'd be
And
fine.
That way you're right there on the river. And
Yeah,
so,
as long as we've got power, we're good.
Mhm.
And we don't know what was going on. The internet was wonky this morning. We don't know.
It's been wild. Sometimes and sometimes you just roll with the punches.
Right. And again, I want to thank you guys. We had some anonymous, well, they're not anonymous donors, but we had some sponsors that helped keep the events free for the kids, like the bouncy house, the petting zoo, the face painting. All of that stuff is free for the kids
that's
today.
awesome.
And one of those was Brookover and Associates, which is an accountant here in Elizabeth. Another one was Steve's Plumbing. He's from here in Elizabeth. We had several anonymous donations. Again, we put on as much of this as we can, free for the kids.
Yeah.
And we do it by the sponsors. Oh my goodness, we've got ice cream.
Awesome.
So my great grandson's hollering for ice cream. So I think we're gonna go have another bite.
Enjoy. Thank you, Bobby. Boy, I tell you, what a story that was with Jessica Goodwin.
Yeah.
Just an amazing, amazing story that young lady has to tell and to share and to hopefully change lives. You know, that's wonderful.
Right. And like I said, I gave her my card. I told her, anything that they've got going, let us know. We'll carnival bark it for her.
Absolutely. We're never above carnival barking.
Exactly.
Ever. We'll do that all the time.
Exactly.
I think we've done it once or twice.
Maybe a couple. Anyway.
Guess who I just see?
Who?
Guess who I see?
Oh, our next victim.
Oh, wait, she's walking away. She's walking away. Wait for it. She's walking away. She said it herself. I'm always on.
That's it.
Listen, I'll stop bugging you when you stop showing up places we're live. Listen, put this headset on. You're used to it by now. You're going to be famous with this thing.
Old hat now.
We're getting ready once again to talk with the Wirt County Fair reigning queen. You've got a couple more months left in your reign. How's it been for you, Allie? I know we talked a little bit the last time we saw you, but how has this year been for you? I know you're a busy human being, obviously. We pull you in all the time here, but obviously you're transitioning. You're getting ready to go to the next phase of your life, and with that, you've had to work as the queen of this Wirt County Fair.
Yeah.
it's been a busy year for sure. I'm just now entering like after graduation, just kind of chilling right before I go to college. So I'm actually getting ready to go on a trip to Australia soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Australia, New Zealand, and Hawaii.
Oh, my
With the
goodness.
School, so yeah.
For school.
Not really for school. It's through the school. It's called EF Tours. They
Oh,
take
sweet.
That'll be sweet.
And so you're off to, is it Marshall in
Yeah.
the fall? I think I remember hearing that.
Marshall,
so
yeah.
Go Herd. And what is your major? Do you have any idea yet what you're going to be studying?
I think I want to be a teacher, and I'm gonna go into education and
I
minor
can see
in,
that.
Yeah, minor in athletic training.
Fantastic. Well, it'll be a good start. She'll find out if that's what she truly wants to do, and if not, she'll find something else. Whatever you do, you're going to be good at. I figured that out long ago with meeting you. So you've got a couple more months left as the reigning queen. How many more events do you have before August comes?
I have this one today, and we have the fireman social here, so I have to do that. But I don't have to. I mean, I want to do that, obviously. The parade here, and then I'm going to do Ripley 4th of July parade. And I think that's it, so I have to give up my crown.
Get a chance to take a breather right before it's all said and done.
I know, it's sad. I don't want to give it up.
Well, listen, like you said, you were late to the game, but you were 1 for 1.
Yeah, that's right. One for one.
Remember, she told us last year, one and done.
One and done.
You said 1 and done. You have done your job. You have figured it all out. You've done your job with it. Allie, again, always thank you for coming by, even though it's almost more like a burden at this point.
No. You guys are busy. Every time I looked over, somebody was on. So I was like, I'll wait.
Well, I'm glad you came over and spoke to us again. We will continue to follow you and your life and your career, and we're excited to see where it leads you. I guess it's leading her to Australia and New Zealand pretty soon.
Exactly. So you playing any sports going into college?
No, I'd love to play volleyball, but
I kind of figured that.
yeah, Marshall, it's pretty big for 5'3" setter.
Yeah.
I'm a little vertically
Yeah,
challenged.
but you're a scrapper.
I like the way she said I'm a little vertically challenged.
But
Yeah.
she's a scrapper.
Yeah, if you could measure heart, she's
Exactly.
about 6'8".
Exactly.
5'3".
I mean, she'll fight.
That's
she'll
sad.
fight for it.
That's sad.
Well, listen, if they happen to have walk-on tryouts, you just
You
go and
never
give it a
know.
shot. I mean, it's not like you're not busy as heck already
Oh,
anyways.
yeah. I mean, you got to be scrappy when you're 5'3". Playing the post.
Yeah, this is the crazy thing. In 4 years of calling this girl's name on the court,
Yeah.
she was the leading rebounder on her team at 5'3".
Yeah,
every
exactly.
year.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I was meaning by it. She's scrappy. She'll get
Yeah.
after
You
it.
gotta be. There's no other way. You don't survive if you're not.
Allie, thank you again for joining us, and we will talk to you. We know we're going to talk to you one more time. Well, I won't be there at that fair, unfortunately. I'll be down south. But George will be sure to find you and
Oh,
talk
trust
to you as you give up your crown officially in August.
Do you have animals in this year, too?
Unfortunately, no, not this
Oh.
year because my trips.
Oh,
I don't have.
yeah,
I don't have
I
time
never
to work
thought of
with
that.
them, sadly, but I want to do it again next year.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
Just
at
go
the
for it.
fair all week, and I'll see you guys at all kinds of sporting events.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Just prepare every
Yeah,
time.
I'll see you.
Thanks, Allie. That is Miss Work County Fair once again from 2023. And our good friend at this point,
Exactly.
Allie
yeah,
Nicolai.
We're buddies now. We gotta be.
Allie, thank you as always very much. So we are down to about just, oh goodness, we are getting close to this race. George, what do you think we should do here? Should we not pack up the equipment so much, but do you think we could still stay on? We're still going to be good on there and there. If I put a battery in on the camera, I think we should be okay. I think we could probably disconnect power for a second, run our line all the way back there. I'm thinking aloud right now, by the way. So I think we could do this. I think what we're going to do is when we get ready to go down there, George, I'm going to put a battery in the camera. I'm going to have somebody carry the camera with us while you and I carry this table. We'll disconnect the main power. We'll still be good with all of our stuff because that's on battery, that's on battery.
Right.
I'll run an extension cord first, and we'll bring our entire
table
back that way.
Okay.
All right. Before we do that, though,
I have got Work County Fire Chief Stephen Suttles.
now, you finally got. I've never met Steven.
You've never met him, but
I think
he
I
has
saw him out
become-
there for a while.
He has become a very good friend of WVRC. And, you know, I tell him every time I see him, hey, you guys have anything going on down there, please get it to us. We'll get it on the air for you.
And we do.
Boy, he's done a few things to help you guys out before I got here, too.
Exactly. What was it? Year 2, we were sitting out here melting. Amy and I were just melting, and Stephen and a couple of the members for the rescue squad went and got a tent, set it up for us, and you know, we finally got a little bit of relief, but it was brutal.
There's no point in being here all day and being miserable.
Well, Steve, what is your capacity officially today? I saw you out on the water there.
I'm just riding around on jet skis and having a blast.
And just in case somebody falls off one of these crafts,
we do the best we can with what we got. We're having a great time today, honestly. The kayak races have been a blast. We're getting ready for this anything but floats but a boat race.
There you go.
Yeah, so we can't wait to see how that ends for somebody.
Now,
and,
you know, we were talking earlier with a couple other people. The mayor is one of them, but you guys have got a big event coming up
we have
a
a huge event coming up July the 6th, and we are stoked about it. But we got to get that stage to Reedy and back before we can.
Oh wow!
Before we can have our event. So
exactly. And thank you so much.
You're very welcome
for providing us the stage for the Reedy Country Music Festival.
Yeah, that's
Worth
a huge
County Fire
deal.
Department was generous enough to help us out with that.
Yeah.
And I hope Cowboy got you tickets.
I talked to him a little bit. Unfortunately, I'm going to be in the Outer Banks that week. So
I'm going to be at the beach.
I don't know what.
Members that want to come,
absolutely,
get a hold of us.
Yeah, we
got you.
We're excited about it. We're really stoked for the town of Reedy. Like good people up there, and just glad to see positive things happening in that town.
And he said also as well, if the guys that come up for the show, if they want to bring a truck and station it, and just let people look at it while they're mingling around.
Very good.
But if you guys get a call, boom, you're able to roll.
Yeah, being the only fire department in our county, we're pretty limited on where we go and stay for a long period of time.
Right.
Yeah.
But since we're going to talk about our ice cream social, we got 37 members on our fire department, and we are a very, very, very blessed organization. More than anything, look at this community.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. And when it comes to ice cream social, buddy, they're there for us.
Yeah.
And we have been so fortunate in the past to just have such a great event. The weather, we couldn't ask for any better for any year we've ever had a social. So we're just really stoked about July the 6th coming up. It's going to be a good day. We've got some great entertainment. If you got a couple minutes, I got a line up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is your word right now. We're just squirrels.
All right.
That's
Welcome
why
to
I figured I'd bring you on.
104.7 WVRC Mountain Country. I'll try not to hit Stats Pharmacy or something like that. July the 6th, our fire
Put
department.
him on the payroll.
The wife works at Stats Pharmacy, so that's why I plugged that for her. Real
Nice.
quick. So July 6th, our ice cream social will be our 45th ice cream social. We're celebrating 85 years as a volunteer fire department this year. Just a blessing, just for any organization to last 85 years, but one that served the community the way it does. And again, I'll brag on my firefighters. They're amazing. They make it easy to be fire chief.
I know when we were down for the Christmas parade, I mean, you had guys turned out in force that night.
They're all in on everything, and I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here talking on the radio. They're all in, and they give everything they have. When the whistle blows, they're there, and we're fortunate for that. So anyhow, before I talk all day about them, July 6th, Elizabeth Fire Department. We're starting at 8 a.m. with a 5K run.
Oh, wow.
So it's 3.1 miles through the town of Elizabeth, up that hill over there.
Cool.
And it's a good time. Usually we have 120 to 160 runners. It's part of the River City Runners Association. It's one of their sanctioned races. So that's also a good thing. So it's part of their event. 11 o'clock, we go to the Grand Fireman's Parade. Every year we never know what to expect and who shows up, but it always turns out entertaining, and we love it. We start at noon, selling hot dogs, pies, cakes, ice cream, and anything you could ever want to eat. and we'll open up with a prayer and the national anthem, and then a guy by the name of Mark Bishop, who, if you remember the old gospel group, the Bishops, part of that family,
Yeah.
he will be our headliner gospel act this year.
We actually play some of his music on our gospel hours.
Yep, and he's amazing. He is amazing. We've tried for the last several years, starting with Squire Parsons was our first year that we started booking a big name group. Thankfully, the funds were good and the support was good, so we're going to keep doing it. And then from 2 to 4 is a group called Junction One, or I'm sorry, it is R&R. It's Rick Polling's group. If you know Rick Poling, Rick's group. He's going to come over and play for a couple hours for us. They do an amazing job. Rick's been at our social multiple times with multiple different bands, and they're just a fun group to be around.
Yeah.
And then from 4 to 6, we have Junction 144, which is a bluegrass band that's out of the Plains, Ohio.
That's what I was going to think. I was going to say, I think they're out of Plains.
Yep, that's the junction of 144. That's why they're there.
I listen to a lot of different music.
Yep.
Trust me.
Yep. and they do a really, really good job. They're just 4 local guys. Actually, two of them are from Work County originally.
Oh wow!
And so
Didn't know
kind of
that.
brings them back home. So 6 to 8, we do an auction. John Jones, he does an auction for us every year and does an amazing job. And you, again, one of those things, you don't know what's going to show up, but there's going to be something and it's going to be good. Last year, I didn't think that a 8-foot tall rooster would be on the auction block. I stand corrected. So you never know. And then from 8 to 10 is a group called Highway 7 Band. And John Wendell works over at CA House Music, tuned the piano at our house a couple months ago and said, "Hey, I got a band." And I said, "Come on in, let's try it." So John's band's going to come out and close the night down. And then we close the night with fireworks. It's a great show. It's about 15 minutes. I like it because I get to shoot them. So
there you go.
I think I see like some chaos here.
Yeah, we're all about just seeing what we can get into. Right, wrong, indifferent, whatever. We're having a good time though. And it's just a fun day. We'll be raffling stuff. We've got, I think, 14 guns we're going to raffle this year. Mike Murray with Crossroads General Store.
Yeah.
Top notch feller.
Nice store
and I'm gonna,
too.
And if it's all right,
you go right ahead.
I'm gonna plug a couple people real quick because without them, that event's not possible. Crossroads General Store, first of all, Mike Murray, top notch, and he is just on top of it, man. And he is.
And that's
good.
over in Newark.
It is in Newark. It's the intersection of Route 47 and Newark Road. And he comes and he donates his whole day to selling. He's just selling tickets. That's all he and he's happy-go-lucky and he's just amazing about it. The other one is Moore's Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
They donate almost all the food.
Nice.
For us, the hot dogs, the sauce, the buns, things like that. They have done that for the last couple years, and that is when when you have to spend that kind of money, but now you got somebody donating.
Yeah.
That's just above and beyond. And they do an amazing job over there, and they're just top-notch people, and we're just so glad they moved to Work County. And like we love them. I'll say this again. 4-H last week. My wife and I was at 4-H camp. That's the reason I have no voice is because we were counselors at 4-H camp.
Right.
And they donated food for the teen night over there. All the fried chicken and green beans and mac and cheese. They just keep giving and giving and giving, and just amazing folks. So I just want to boast those two because they bend over backwards to help us, and it's just an amazing day. So. And we feel like we can bring folks home to Work County and
that's it.
And have a little homecoming and have a great 4th of July and just celebrate our nation's birthday.
Well, a lot of people could learn from this community right now as we're watching. George and I have been talking, there's so much to do in this small community.
Yep.
It gives people reasons to come back here and become a part of the community once again.
Absolutely right. I mean, like they're doing they do a music night a month now here.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. And just all kinds of fun little things. And they're not huge, great, big, lavish things. They're just little small things, but they're fun and they're entertaining. And it's just, again, it's just a great way to come out and hang out.
Yeah.
Come on out, visit your neighbor that you haven't seen for a while. And just have fun.
Yep.
I mean, that's what this is all about. I mean, this is our 4th year. It's Drew's first year.
It's my first year making it finally.
But
finally scheduled a day I wasn't golfing, I guess. I don't know.
Hey.
But, I told him, I said, the first time this place was just, it was not quite what is today.
Mhm.
I mean, each year it's grown.
It's grown.
It's
Like when I
grown.
came,
It's gotten better.
yeah, when I came home this morning, I came from work. I came across Tucker's Creek, and of course,
Yeah.
come out right here, and I was like, holy cow, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow. I was like, I'm gonna get the boats quicker in the water this time. So.
Well, we look forward to being here again with you guys in years to come. It's obviously going to be a great time. And, of course, the Ice Cream Social, the full day of events coming up July 6th at the Worth County Fire Department, the Volunteer Fire Department. That'll be a fun day for them. So we invite you guys to come out to that as well. Just continue to follow the Worth County and Elizabeth, the town of Elizabeth. Find them on social media because there's always something going on.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. It's Elizabeth Wirt Volunteer Fire Department. So find us. We're posting stuff all the time about upcoming events and stuff like that for the fire department. So, and we do a bunch of fundraisers. So
there's always time.
Come visit us. So
shoot us a flyer for the.
Oh
6th
yeah,
of July, and we'll get that on the air.
We'll throw it on our bulletin board for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
We'll
so
always
much.
throw stuff up at the bulletin board.
Exactly.
We're always looking for things to talk about in between songs. That's for sure.
There you go.
Well, I've got it completely full right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut some things off of there pretty soon. I don't know, or get a bigger bulletin board.
Bigger bulletin board.
Sure. Well, Steve, dude, I mean, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
all
here,
so
man.
much.
We
It
appreciate
was good
all the
seeing you.
volunteer
Thank you,
time that
bud.
he does.
All right.
And enjoy the last little bit of this. This is gonna be fun.
Absolutely. Y'all take care.
Yep, you too.
Absolutely. George, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a battery in to our camera, and then we're going to try to, as one unit, move this entire table full of gear down to the river. That's the goal. That's the goal. Might need more volunteers. We'll see that. Hang with us, folks. We're gonna come back here in just a minute. We'll be set up down by the river. We'll try to get a good view of this anything that floats but a boat race that's coming up here at the Riverfest. Hold on, folks. George, I love it when a plan comes together. The goal was to move the entire table with equipment, not lose service, not lose power, and I believe we have done just that. So I feel good.
We accomplished that.
We have accomplished one thing here today. So we are down now by the walking track, and we are going to get a bird's eye view of this upcoming Anything That Floats But a Boat race. It's kind of the culminating thing here at the 2024 Little Kanawha Riverfest. It's been a great day. Boy, we've got a good chance lately, George, to talk to some really, really cool people. You go back to when Bobby Moore brought us Jessica Goodwin, who, again, came from Wirt County, was a Wirt County High School student, and, of course, Bobby said, grew up with her kids, and she knows her well, and her journey from, she said,
addiction to now.
Addiction to a ministry. And again, it's the Living Hope Ministry. If you guys want to find that, they have a Facebook page, and they're doing big things with two-person ministry and trying to get to give back to the community and try to just redemption, just amazing redemption story from her. It's really nice to talk with Steve. I had not got a chance to meet him yet,
and I wanted to make sure that we got him on the air because Steve is a great guy. He helps us anytime we come to Elizabeth. Stephen Suttles has usually got his hands in whatever we're doing.
Again, he was talking about what's coming up big for them, the Ice Cream Social Day. That's on July 6th. That's a full day of events. There's music, there's vendors. They're doing a whole lot of cool stuff as a really big fundraiser for that. So just a very exciting thing to have happen. And again, of course, we got Allie Nicolai, Miss Wirt County Fair from 2023. Again, she was talking about what's coming up for her. A couple more events that she will be representing the fair for, and then headed off to New Zealand and Australia,
New Zealand,
and then she's headed over to Marshall University.
Yeah.
So that's a very exciting thing. We'll get a chance to talk with her as the years go by. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, I think I just heard Bobby on the main PA system, and I think we're getting ready for this race. Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. I know there is a huge contingent of people who is. Yep.
There you go.
They're getting ready to start. So there's a huge contingent of people all the way down to our left. And as I was walking around, George, I saw tons and tons of people right over there by the river. They've got the bird's eye view. So we had to get down here closer. And once this
here comes somebody out.
Yeah, once this event actually starts, I'm going to get behind the camera here. And I'm going to act like I'm Federico Fellini here.
There you go.
Trying to figure out a way to record this. We definitely want to get the best bird's eye view that we can. Let's hope this camera can zoom all the way. Oh, yeah. We've got great zoom technology. Oh, yeah, there's some boats heading out. Looks like they've got the helper boat just in case somebody falls off. It's coming out as well.
Absolutely. Hey, do you guys remember when you was at the market about a year ago and I introduced you to the mini mare?
Yes.
Guess who I have with me today?
Do you have the mini mare?
I got the mini mare back. This is Ariana. She's the mini mare. She takes care of everything in Palestine.
Really?
Tell him, Ariana, don't you? Yeah. All right, are you having fun today?
Yes.
What's your favorite part?
Let's see. Probably the petting zoo.
The petting zoo. Did you get a kiss from the camel? I got a kiss from the camel.
No.
No?
No camel kiss. Did you see the goats?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome.
Check out the faces.
Yes,
out the faces.
I noticed there's similarities there.
Yes.
There's a couple butterfly faces. I like that.
I know. The mini mayor, we've got a match, don't we, kid? So.
Okay, as mayor of Palestine, what are your official duties? What do you have to do as mayor?
Nothing.
Oh, that's a great job to have.
I just get to sit there. It's fun.
That's a fantastic job to have.
Yeah.
How do I sign up for the job where I just sit around and don't do anything? I like that.
Well, you'll have to wear a hat like Cowboy Richard, though.
It just doesn't look good with me.
No.
I had a bad face for it, something like that. So you don't have to do anything but sit and relax as the official mayor of Palestine, huh? Okay. Well, what do you want to do with Palestine? What are you wanting to do?
We want a swimming pool up there, don't we?
Swimming pool?
We want a community swimming
Yeah.
pool up there, don't we? Yeah.
All right, community
Well,
swimming pool.
You know, if she's the official mayor of Palestine, we ought to make Don Shepard one of her council members.
Yes, we could do that.
Oh, that's right. Donald
Yeah.
Shepard up there, yeah.
he could help out. Don
Yep.
Shepard could help you a little bit. I'm sure you wouldn't
Exactly.
mind having some help sitting around, relaxing.
Yeah, he can do all the work. Sit there.
That's she knows how to delegate authority.
Absolutely. I'm training her well. I'm training her well. So all we have to do is we just have to look pretty and smile and just sit there, don't we?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, guys.
Sounds like
There
a
you
great
go.
job to have.
Yeah.
Man.
So, well, I wanted to come down and let you guys know it's just about time to start. I wanted to reintroduce you to my mini mayor.
Awesome, awesome. It's good to see you again. It's been a whole year at least. Has it been a whole year at least?
Yeah, at least a year.
Over.
Over
a year?
It was my birthday party.
It was. You were
March
going.
That's
11th.
right.
That's right. She was going to her birthday party. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Fantastic.
all right.
That's awesome.
You guys have a great afternoon.
We're ready to go. Are you ready to watch this boat race? Or sorry, this anything but a boat race?
Yes.
All right, fantastic.
We had Stephen on there a few minutes ago.
He didn't embarrass me, did he?
He did
wouldn't-
not.
He would not do that.
He did not.
He's my man. He's my man.
He was
Good
just
job.
talking about how much fun it was to be on the river there,
Right.
making waves.
Drew had never met him yet.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is my
okay.
first time meeting Steve. Finally, I've heard about him.
Right. So did he put a plug in
He-
for the?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. We're gonna get a flyer for it, put up on our bulletin board. Yeah, that July 6th ice cream social
Yes.
that day, that whole day of events he was talking
Right.
about.
It starts that morning with the 5K. Then we go into the parade, and then we have hot dogs and ice cream all day, live music, auction. It's an all day. And if you're sitting in the right spot, we've got fireworks that
Yes.
night. I'd invite you over to my yard, but my yard's always full. So, but no, it's a great time, and it goes all day long.
I can't wait for it. Well, thank you, Mini Mayor. It's been a whole year and some. You've grown.
Yeah.
You've grown on us.
She's
Thank
one
you.
of my favorite. Do you guys notice I have a lot of favorite little people?
Yes, I
I
noticed
love
that.
my little people.
Well,
love my
good.
little
Well, she
people.
does a great job as your Mini Mayor.
Yeah, and she's a great mayor in Palestine, I'll tell you.
We'll get a hold of Don Shepard and make sure he is prepared to do the work.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thank you, guys. We're ready to go here for the Anything That Floats But a Boat race. I've got the camera pointed down the river there, and we'll get a good view, George, of all the
Oh, yeah.
crafts that have been done. We're not sure what kind of crafts we're going to see. We're going to see some engineering marvels. We're going to see some epic failures, I'm sure. There may be some in the water pretty soon. We're not sure. We're just waiting to see. And again, this is kind of the culmination of the Little Kanawha Riverfest here, the 4th annual. And again, this is something that has been building every single year. It will continue to be better and better. We'll be back again, I imagine. George, just go ahead and schedule it and just remind me next year. It'll be all right.
Well, you know, when Bobby usually wraps the day up, she says, "Okay, it's next year this day," and that's what I do. I go back to the station and I throw the date up on the board so that you know me, I'm not afraid to put it out a year in advance.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm trying to upside down work the
board,
the board system here. I was turning myself off, turning other things on. So we've got the camera located right down the Little Kanawha River. I tell you, man, the thing that I love about the type of events that we're witnessing here in Wirt County is they're utilizing their resources. They've got that beautiful pond over on Poor Farm just across the road from us. That's where they had that trout derby. It was a beautiful day. It was an awesome time, obviously, George.
coming off of 4 days of heavy, hard rain, and we have floodwaters. I had to, but
you had to go backtrack.
Had to backtrack and go to Spencer and then come down. Couldn't come down from Hoonville. The river had done taken over
and
the
this,
road
and
in
this
about
very
5 spots.
this very park where we're standing,
Oh,
we
yeah.
would not have been able to stand here last year at that time.
No, it'd have been over our heads right here.
Of course, they've got this beautiful portion of the Little Kanawha River. This is a very nice location. I love the bend in the river right there as it surrounds the Route 14 road above. And, of course, a lot of activities can be done down here at the river.
Yeah. They have a lot of people that come down here and fish the bank from up at the landing all the way down through. They'll fish right here.
And I love the use
in
of
the park.
kayaks around
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That's a really neat thing to have as well.
they're trying, and they're trying to get more activity on this river, and this festival is bringing more people with kayaks
Yes.
for it. So it's actually going to be a really good thing. And like with the Queen going to be part of the fairs and festivals,
That's going to be
that's
huge.
going to help promote it even more. So
Well, we know that West Virginia is ripe with outdoor recreation and activities.
Right.
And so why not take advantage of that? You think about the surrounding counties. For us in Roane County, they've really gotten involved in that. Clay County, their rail trail, that's the
Yeah.
system that they have gotten used to. And then Clay and Kanawha with the Clendenin area running that kayak route that they have down on the river as well. I tell you, Clendenin is up and coming as well. They are kind of a resurgence of that small community.
Yeah.
We're seeing a bit of that. And, of course, right here, taking advantage of the natural beauty of this area and the resources it has to offer and allowing opportunities for people to come enjoy this little section of West Virginia. There are many opportunities, just like we have in Roane County. We've got Charles Fork Lake. We just had a big Tour to Lake bike race. There's a lot of opportunities in these small communities for tourist attractions, and that's what we love. Our people in West Virginia and our resources and our beauty of the state, that's what we have to offer.
You got to look, but there's always something going on in Roane County, Wirt County, Calhoun County. I mean, Clay County. I mean, it's constantly. There's something going on all the way around.
Oh, geez, I didn't even mention Calhoun County, by the way, who just opened up that beautiful, beautiful aquatic center, the outdoor swimming pool. Just amazing. It's just amazing what's happening over there as well.
And it couldn't have been named any better.
Yes.
The Sandra Johnson
Yep.
Aquatic Center, because Sandra Johnson is responsible for helping teach kids from all over Calhoun, actually Roane County, Gilmer County, Ritchie County, and also from Wirt County as well, teaching them how to swim. I mean, she was known for, all those years of doing swimming lessons for everybody. And
you know how I learned to swim, George? Got thrown into the pool by my father.
That sounds like something Garland was.
So here is the first entry. And look at the creativity there. This is like a paddle boat.
Yeah, and then they've got someone there behind them.
Yeah, I think, in fact, the one behind, that is our...
Is that the Queen?
That's our
girls?
Queen's float right there. Look at this. Couple of big drums.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, you knew you were going to see some engineering here, George. But this is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That Queen's float looks a little front heavy. They better be relaxed and lean back.
Exactly, right?
What is that called? Royalty 2024? I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nifty item there they got. We're waiting for the other entries to come through. Now, we've been challenged, George, so we're going to have to start thinking about this as of tomorrow. We've been challenged to enter this event next year, and so we're going to get let's get the engineers involved.
If we're going to be in this, I'm thinking 4-inch PVC pipe.
We're going to get Swolby and Joe together, and they're just going to come up with some design. So we've got 2 entries into this right now. They're just kind of hanging out, swimming around. Hope nobody falls out early. That
Yeah,
would be-
exactly, right?
I don't know when the actual race begins. We're just going to do a shotgun start here?
I don't know.
Waiting to see the other entries into the...
We should have asked Bobby how many entries there were, because that's only 2 that I've seen so far.
Yeah?
That are out here.
That dude in the back right there made his own stern wheel.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
Golly. I wonder if that's the one she was talking about that was already taking early laps today.
Might have been. It might have been.
It very well could have been.
But we couldn't have ordered a better day.
Oh, there's no way.
I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
This breeze that has blown in, continued to blow, it's kept it nice and cool.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of humidity anyway, with the temperatures that are not too bad as well.
But, you know, it's been a great day weather-wise. I mean, like I said, that one year, Steven Suttles took so much pity on us. He knew that we were just roasting. He said, "Guys, I'll be back."
There's just one thing that you can never plan for with an outdoor event, and that is weather. We've had it piped in nice and breezy today with the sun shining. We are lucky human beings sometimes when it comes to this weather. I mean, see that saving boat right there moving back out of the way for some, hopefully, other entries.
2 years ago, I mean, we came down here for Pioneer Days, and it was Monsoon City.
That was so much fun.
But it was so much fun.
That was the crazy thing about that, George, is it was 50 degrees at best with the wind and the rain and the sleet coming in sideways, and there were hundreds of people dressed accordingly with umbrellas, and they were like, we're going. We're not going to stop.
We kept telling them, you know, come on down. We're having a blast down here.
Yeah, bring
an umbrella, bring rain suit, whatever. Make sure that you come prepared. I said it'll rain a little bit and then quit. And there was people coming, and, hey, we brought our stuff. Here we are.
Yeah, I can't wait to see a good weather day for that event.
Yeah, right.
If that many people showed up for the bad weather, the good weather, they ought to be out in droves.
Exactly. But, you know, Bobby got the ball rolling down here by inviting us down, and then it's just grown. Different organizations have brought us in here for different things, and it's just so much fun every time we come down here.
It has been an incredible partnership with the town of Elizabeth, with Bobby and Rain and the rest of the crew here.
Yes.
And then going into, of course, the Work County Fair with Brenda and her crew. And we felt so welcomed here in Work County, and it's been a great partnership that we continue to hope to build as the years continue. As long as I'm at the helm, as long as George is being George.
You better watch that. You better watch that. You never know what may come up.
As long as George happens, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Exactly.
Listen, had it not been for George, I would know nothing about the Calhoun stuff going on. I would know nothing about the Work County stuff going on. We're doing some good stuff here. So George could keep happening all he wants to.
And now we got Reedy in the mix.
My goodness. We're going to branch out even further at some point. So I hear a bunch of bells going off down there in the river. You've got, they just pulled up, by the way, that last animal. I think, is that a dinosaur or an alligator they've pulled in?
That's a dinosaur.
There. Okay, they pulled the dinosaur in. So it looks like they're getting ready to start this race. And I'm just pointing the camera, George, where I think the race will begin. Somewhere over in the general vicinity.
Yeah.
No guarantees, honestly. I should have gotten another coffee, by the way. I feel bad that I didn't get all the coffee. Are they still there? I think they are. Did she really? Oh, my goodness.
You know, you can tell Cowboy's been here. Did you see on the front of this trailer? Reedy Country Music Festival.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I was going to see if I could pay a student and then give some donation to him.
Yeah.
Let me ask this young man right here. Are you a member of the marching band? Are you a member of the marching band? Do you guys need money? All right, I've got a goal for you. If you go get me a large black coffee from that coffee store, you can have the rest of the money. It's a $2 coffee. You can have the rest. Awesome sauce. It helps both of us. I get coffee, just a black coffee. That means I get coffee and they get money.
That's it.
This is good stuff then. It's fantastic coffee, is it not? Well, so you too. Look at this. Oh,
yeah.
I just if it weren't for the fact, George, that I spent like $3 on this shirt, I would feel worse. This was a last minute. I need a white shirt deal, and so I went and got one. I'm not worried about it. This will be a nice cleaning shirt. This will be one of my work shirts.
Yeah.
Now. All right. We still see the rescue boat moving around.
Yeah.
And I assume that since they finally took that last not stuffed animal, that last blow-up animal, they finally took it out.
Well, Steven's walking down here. We can ask him. He'll know.
How close they are to getting this thing started. Here comes another rescue boat. Boy, what a nice job that would be today.
Yeah, right.
Hanging your feet off a boat into the river and just relaxing.
Steve said he was having a blast out there on the jet skis.
We've got an unofficial station mascot here with us, too.
Oh, we only saw 2 come out.
Oh, what? Oh, talk about an anticlimactic finish here.
Yeah.
So here's what. Thank you so much, young man. Tell the band I said thank you, too.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. So we've been unfortunately issued the results. Steve came back by, and what had happened was they only had 4 entries, George.
Yeah.
We saw 2 of the 4, and the other 2 sank upon entry. Oh, disqualified too.
Oh.
Somebody tried to hide styrofoam. And now, if I remember the rule book right there in front of me, I'm pretty sure that the rules stated specifically, George, there was to be no styrofoam, and he got disqualified
because of that
for using styrofoam. So does that mean the 2 that sunk, the one that got disqualified for styrofoam, does that mean the royalty float just won?
Could be.
Because they're the only ones we saw come out and back with that guy.
Yeah. Well, but he was okay.
So maybe he won. Who knows?
I don't know.
We're getting ready to find out again.
Here we go.
We need some more unofficial official words here. We just heard from Steve.
Turn her on. I don't know where she's at.
Let's see which one.
I think I'm on.
I think I got it right.
Yeah. I think
Yeah. Okay. So we were patiently, anxiously awaiting, and we saw the guy that had created his own stern wheel, which was pretty impressive, come out the back.
Rod
right
Henderson?
right behind him. It looked like the 2 royalty girls.
Absolutely.
They were front heavy, let's just say that. But
They were.
They kept it vertical, which is good.
We had 2
So what
other ones.
happened?
So we had 2 other ones. One that was made out of all recycled material.
Uh-huh.
And let's just say that it was top heavy. She couldn't stay on it. And then we had a young boy that made one, and when he got in, and it just sank. It was just that's the best part of it.
Yeah, it's the dangers of the event.
Absolutely.
You just never know what's going to happen.
And Steve said there was another one that got disqualified.
Yeah, to sneak in some styrofoam.
Well, no. So what it was, so the EPA doesn't allow us to have loose styrofoam, like the little curly things.
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that. He had
the peanut packing material.
Right. So, or any of it that flakes off.
Yeah.
So the guy in the boat that came already down, part of his is styrofoam, but it's styrofoam slabs.
Ah.
So he was able to use that. So,
okay.
But just so everybody knows, the Queens won overall.
Yes.
The best of show was Rod Anderson with the one that was pedaling like
Yeah.
a bicycle. there was 2 other ones. One was best costume.
Okay.
And that was the lady with the that was totally recycled. So
Okay.
absolutely.
Well,
she had
so-
Oscar the Grouch on with her. It was fantastic.
So many people won. Many people won, but congratulations to our royalty
Absolutely.
for their epic win and epically staying up in that thing that looked like it was going to topple over forward.
Hey, that is just 2 blue barrels and a board.
Really?
That's all it is. There's nothing else on it. It's 2 blue barrels and a board.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Now, granted, they each weigh 100 pounds apiece, so, you know. But, yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Hey, you know, we were challenged.
I know.
We were challenged.
I know.
I'm going to put a challenge out.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Challenge somebody.
Who are we challenging?
are challenging the mayor and one of her staff members to get in that with us next year.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I just told you that I would do it if WVRC did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it has to be one of my staff members, too.
Yeah.
Oh, let the trash talking
Hey,
begin.
look over here. Look at do you see the eyes that you're getting on that?
I see those eyes I'm getting on that. I'm probably going to get smacked.
With a table.
Yeah.
With a table.
Yeah.
So
Well, okay, so let's
I'll have somebody with me.
we'll start the smack talking from now until next year.
That's right.
Exactly.
It'll be a
Hey,
nonstop.
Hey, let's do this even better.
Okay.
Let's challenge Cowboy Richard.
Let's challenge. Oh, there's some very smart people over there in the offices at Reedy, so be careful.
Well, you got to watch it. You know, you got the semi-retired Carol Martin,
Who can build stuff?
who can build anything out of duct tape in a.
Are we allowed to use duct tape on these?
Yeah, I'll make sure you guys all get rules.
I
on
just
that.
need WD-40 duct tape and zip ties. That's all I need.
Exactly.
So I haven't even seen our new old county commissioner Nikki Garrett. Like I said, I've thrown her right in there too.
Yeah,
so.
we ought to put her in that challenge too.
Oh, I just did. What are you talking about? So, but yeah. Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming down here again this year.
It's a blast.
We're winding up. We're down to the last half hour, 45 minutes, and this has been spectacular. I mean, we've had live music. The biggest part of the day, we had the pageantry. We've had great attendance, great
Yes.
weather. God blessed this
Yes.
very well today.
And that's
Very
hard
well.
to do. The one thing you can never plan for is the weather.
Right.
And you got it pumped into this little community very nicely today.
He answered it
awesome
all.
day.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, our vendors, I think all of our vendors ended up doing well. The biggest thing, we had no injuries, no accidents.
Yes.
I mean, I look at all the positives. There's
Yeah.
a half a dozen little tiny things that happened through the day, but you know what? I got kissed by a camel. I got face paint. It's a great day.
Exactly.
You know.
And it's pink.
And it's pink.
We got
You
out
know.
and about and enjoyed this day in this community. Bobby, before you came over with us, we were just talking about how wonderful it is to be a part of this community, to build this relationship that we've built over the last 3 years. And we can't wait to continue to come over here and do things and watch you guys create big things. We're just a part of watching this and trying to help promote it, but it's you all that do all this stuff, and we're very thankful that you guys are so involved in this community, because it can go one way or the other in West
Yeah.
Virginia. It can die off or it can build. And I think right now what we're seeing over the last 3 years is this place is building.
It is.
I got down in front of Piggly Wiggly this morning on my way in here. I looked over at Elizabeth and I said, "Listen, I can't believe it. Look."
Yep.
I mean, that early. I mean, boom, there it is.
Yes.
You know.
Steve was talking about that. He said he was coming across Tucker's Creek Road from work, and as he topped the hill and came down, he looked over at this park and he said, "Oh my gosh, I better go get the boat now."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think I'm just going to put out several challenges. I think our fire department guys needs to do something.
Yeah.
And, you know.
I mean, Steve has got to be the head of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what. So years and years ago, and this truly, because my son that y'all met today, he's 34, gonna be 34, and he was a teenager. The Cancer Society used to have a big Relay for Life thing here, and one of their fundraisers throughout the year was Queen of the Relay. Well, it wasn't the queen like you think. The men were the queen.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it was so much fun. Several of the men in the community played right along. And one year, my son, one of his friends, and Steven was in that. And Stephen came in with this long wig and this red sparkly dress. Oh, it was so funny. I mean, and all of them wore dresses. We had the Tropicana girl with the, I mean, we had so much fun. It was a great event. Everybody played with it. But I'm telling you, Stephen is always involved in anything that he can. And he works in Charleston. He's also a volunteer fire department here.
Great guy.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
I'm sensing a theme, George. Everybody here does more than 3 things.
Yes, we do.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Yes, we do. Yep.
I mean, you know, where does she get time to sleep?
He schedules it in slowly.
Yep. And
Slowly.
you know, yeah.
I think she's sitting on her bus, you know.
There's about 30 minutes before the bus route in the afternoon. Yeah, we take a nap a lot of times.
Well, she's probably sleeping from 10 to 11.
No, I run B&D title and licensing at that time.
Oh.
You know,
Yep.
from 10 to 11, she's sleeping because Trading Post on.
Oh, I forgot about trade. You know what? We actually, there's several of us here. I listen to it. Dale Clark, my water guy,
I
listens
know.
to it. Yep.
I'm
But I listen to it from B&D Title and Licensing. You know,
Yeah.
he is supposed to be on the job working, and Dale is probably sitting under a shade tree somewhere listening to the trading post. So
Monday through Fridays, 2 to 11, folks.
there you go.
Never miss an
I wasn't
opportunity
even
to
catching-
slander it.
I wasn't even catching on to that today.
Well, guys, it's been a beautiful afternoon. The only casualty was my white shirt, I believe, with the
Well,
coffee. But it's did you?
I had a casualty.
You had a, so George and I have both got stained shirts now. Luckily, mine's only a $3 white shirt. His is his WVRC shirt. So
Do you think your boss will give you a new one?
He didn't give me this one.
I know he just
Oh,
went on his own about that thing.
gosh.
We got shirts on order. We've got shirts on order. Don't worry, they'll be in at some point.
Did you get pink ones?
Mm,
No.
Those were too expensive.
See?
I got the old common gray. Luckily, our new logo is maroon and gray, so
Oh, there
it
you
kind
go.
of matches with the gray we got.
Well, again, I just want to thank you guys. You know, your all's radio station is so good to Work County, and I just want to thank you guys for coming down here and being a part of everything you are and just treating us good.
Well, you know,
We're very appreciative.
we love coming down here, but not only that, you have turned us on to a couple new advertisers
Yes.
as well.
Oh, good.
It's
And
not
we
only one way here.
we wanna
What
thank
you've
you-
done for us
we
is
wanna
pretty
thank you
amazing.
so much for that. I mean, we've got Tagger Lily Florists.
Aren't they
They're
doing beautiful?
so-
Have you seen their stuff? They're doing beautiful
Yes,
things.
they are
Mhm.
so sweet to work with. Matter of fact, they're doing all the decorating of the stage for the Reedy Country Music Festival.
Nice. There you go. Good deal.
And we've got Riverbend Supply. They're just great to work with. We want to thank you for bringing those folks to us.
Hey,
Yeah, and anybody else that wants to advertise on the station that's right there,
Exactly.
just feel free to get a hold of us, 3760.
There you go. You know, and I'll tell. Hi, Evelyn. I'll tell you, I call it. They call it networking, but I just tell it being kind,
Mhm.
reaching
Yeah.
out to other ones. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, and it is. It's all the time.
And
you know.
the time that we have spent with the Work County Fair now, I mean, we just absolutely love those folks. And once again, you opened that door
Good.
for us as well.
Mhm.
Well, it's all of us working together, and you know their motto. They've got something for everyone down there. They used. I don't know if they still do it. The health department might have just stopped it, but we used to do a 100-foot banana split.
Oh, my gosh, that would have been fantastic.
Well, if you go down there and they're still doing that, go to the top.
Okay.
Go to the top. So it's made out of PVC pipe, and they start scooping ice cream, and they put all this on there, and then it's free for the kids, and everybody just runs up and eats. But for years, you're just standing there eating, and nobody thinks about it. And then all of a sudden, you realize it's all coming down. But it's fantastic. The kids loved it, you know.
Natural immunity's coming at that point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for coming down.
Absolutely.
We expect to see you here next year if it's at all possible.
We got a date yet?
I do not, because like this year we were off a little bit because of Calhoun's Wood Festival. So I will get with the organizers over there and see if they've set their date, and we will be the weekend after the Wood Festival again.
Okay.
We will always go the weekend after.
She'll be
Excellent.
the weekend after, and then Cowboy will be the weekend,
The weekend
after that.
following.
Okay, is that pretty much how it's falling?
No, I'm
Oh.
just joking.
It may end up falling that way next year. We'll find out. We'll
Yeah.
find out how this first one goes, and we'll see how it goes years after that as far as the Reedy Country Music Festival. Bobby, thank you so much
Thank you
for
guys.
the invite.
I
We
think
do
I need to go
appreciate
get
it.
you a check, don't I?
I never mind that. I never have a problem with that.
When I bring money into him, he just beams.
Let me go see if I
Grin
can
from
find you
ear
all
to
check.
ear.
There you go. Hey, thank you guys again. Have a safe journey home.
Absolutely no problem at all. That is, of course, the mayor of Elizabeth, and she's got like 15 jobs. And
Yeah.
I tell you what, you mentioned it. Scheduling and sleeping is a very important thing right there. So it's been a beautiful afternoon here in the city of Elizabeth. George, any final words?
Go ahead and do that.
Any final words? George is talking off the air now. He's already focused on something completely differently.
I'm trying to get your money.
Don't worry about that. It's been a great afternoon here. The weather has cooperated perfectly. We weren't sure if we were going to be on the air. I want to thank Stacy over there for the job well done and bringing us the Wi-Fi hotspot that has actually worked so well for us. That's big.
We've never had this happen.
Hopefully next year we don't. Hopefully it's not a problem.
I don't understand why, but it didn't want to.
Maybe I'll have the Starlink satellite next year.
I'm hoping.
Well,
you know my suggestion on that.
I know.
Go talk to Doc. See what he says.
I know. Any final words for you, though, George? It's been a beautiful day.
It's been a great day. Once again, folks, thanks for supporting Riverfest. I have been a part of every one of these so far, and it's been so great to watch this festival grow. And it was like I told the mayor earlier today, I can see this growing into a multi-day event. And with the crowd that we have had today, that's coming quicker than you would imagine.
It may do just that. The best part about this event and the best part about these events in Worth County is the people. And we're so thankful every year that we get to do any of these events, and we're continuing to build with the community here in Elizabeth and the county of Worth County. Folks, it's been a great day for us here at WVRC. We thank you all for joining us throughout the afternoon. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. We've got a big one coming up here, folks, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Reedy, the town of Reedy. It is the first ever country music festival for all of us here at WVRC. George, thank you very much.
They have also got the full carnival. Don't forget about it.
Yes.
They've got 8 different rides. The Cowboy told me today that the carnival is bringing. He's bringing games. He's bringing all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a full day. I mean, full 3 days, actually.
So for all of us here at WVRC, my buddy George Allen and Andrew Miller,